floor, finding McCraven, pass a little high for him. McCraven had a reset, puts it up off the glass, good.
Out to Hallie Crockett, her second baseball pass up the floor to Abby Richmond. Right-handed layup for two.
Still backing and backing, gets stalled again, and picks up 2 points. So 2-point takedown.
The puck tries to reverse along the boards, taken away by Parker. Run it out of goal! Parker tees up Brody Schultz!
Little right-handed dribble, goes to Reichel, deep three-pointer on the way! That's good.
Up the floor, Severson over to Bevins, all alone, steps up, shoots the three, and it's good.
Ulstead Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is proud to present to you this broadcast on yourliveevent.com.
Welcome into tonight's broadcast on 96.7 FM, KKCQ, 106.5 FM, KRJB, and on yourliveevent.com and on Garden Valley, channel number 37. The Warren-Alvarado-Oslo Ponies losing twice in the regular season to Sacred Heart, looking to get back to the section championship game for the first time since 2006, and for the Sacred Heart Eagles defending their section title. Well, we know who they're going to play in the section title game. It was the Foston Greyhounds defeating the Fertile Beltrami Falcons handily, 76-54. Greyhounds shooting the absolute lights out of the basketball. The Greyhounds punching their ticket to the Section 8A championship game to be played on Friday, right back here at Ralph Engelstad Arena in Thief River Falls. We're going to take a quick break, come back with your pregame coaches' comments inside our Bitker Inc. pregame show and the Solely Realty of Foston pregame show on yourliveevent.com, 96.7 FM, KKCQ, KRJB, and Garden Valley, channel number 37.
Two new Model 2023 Gleaner Combines at Ziegler Ag Equipment, Highway 9 North Ada. It's cleaner with Gleaner. Visit with Chuck O'Neill for more details. Ziegler Ag Equipment coming soon. Additional trade-ins and more new equipment arriving at Ziegler Ag Equipment, Highway 9 North Ada. Massey Ferguson 4710 tractor is on the lot. Fendt Model 516 tractor on the lot. Ziegler Ag Equipment, Highway 9 North Ada, 218-784-2961.
This is Carly Olson at American Federal Bank in Ada. You can save time on your banking needs with American Federal's mobile deposit. Use your mobile device to deposit checks whenever and wherever it's convenient for you. It's available to online banking customers within the American Federal mobile banking app. Go to your app store today to download the American Federal mobile banking app. To learn more about American Federal's mobile deposit, stop in and visit us at American Federal Bank in Ada, member FDIC.
Welcome back to Ralph Engelstad Arena here in Thief River Falls, Minnesota, as we get you set for the West Subsection Championship game featuring the top-seeded Sacred Heart Eagles and the number 2 seed, the Warren-Alvarado-Oslo Ponies. Hello, I'm Dawson Peterson, bringing you tonight's game coverage on yourliveevent.com, Garden Valley channel number 37, and on your radio dial 96.7 and on 106.5 FM. It's time to jump into your Border Bank in Clearbrook and Georgetown Farmers Elevator pregame coaches' comments. Had a chance to catch up with both coaches, starting with Destry Sturkle, the head coach of the defending Section 8A boys basketball champions, the Sacred Heart Eagles. Head coach Destry Sturkle of the Sacred Heart Eagles joins us on the pregame show tonight. Coach, first of all, congratulations making it back here to the semifinal round and a chance to defend the section title on Friday night, but you get the Ponies of Warren-Alvarado-Oslo, a team you guys have had some good matchups with this year.
Yeah, Friday night seems a million miles away. We got our hands full tonight with Warren-Alvarado-Oslo and step towards our goal, and every single step's important, and we're focused in on this. It's going to be a heck of a game, and I'm just real excited to get it going. I think it's two teams that are real similar, and it's going to be a heck of a battle.
How are your guys feeling coming into this? I know some guys have the experience of playing here and then obviously the section title, but what's the overall vibe and feeling amongst the team?
They're really excited. I mean, they've had just a heck of a year, and they're kind of the same mindset as me, every step towards our goal, and excited for every single one of them. And great practice yesterday, good bus ride today. You know, the guys were listening to music, having fun, singing. They get locked in pretty easy when we get down that locker room, and I think we'll roll out and play another game. A lot of them have been there last year, and use that as our experience, and hopefully that can help us get over the edge.
We were talking to a couple of your assistant coaches here a little bit ago about, you know, the pregame speech and what you say in the locker room. Is there anything you can really say to the guys to get them ready for tonight?
If I have to say something, then we got the wrong guys in the room, and we won't have to say much. They're going to be fired up, ready to go, and they'll play to our strengths and try to take the other team's strengths away. And start talking to them too much, that's sometimes a bad thing. Let them go out and be free-minded and take care of business.
Looking back at that quarterfinal game for Warren-Alvarado-Oslo, Caden Pierce sure had a nice one that night. How do you guys look to defend him?
Well, we can't give him a bunch of open looks. He's a lot stronger than he looks too. He can play well. He kind of struggled shooting the ball against us, and we can't get lazy with him just because he hasn't shot it well in the past. He's a real good shooter, and we got to contest all of his looks and make life difficult. And he's not the only one. We're not going to win the game if we just make life difficult for one of them, because they're pretty deep and talented. We gotta win a lot of matchups to come out ahead tonight.
All right, sounds good, Coach. Thanks for the time. Should be fun. Good luck.
Appreciate it. Thanks for the coverage.
And that was the head coach of the Sacred Heart Eagles, Coach Destry Sturkle, joining us on our Georgetown Farmers Elevator and Border Bank in Clearbrook. Pre-game coaches' comments. We're going to take another break, come back with a conversation from Coach Christian Erickson of the Warren-Alvarado-Oslo Ponies. The Ponies, the number 2 seed in the West subsection, inside your Solely Realty of Foston and Bitker Inc. pre-game show. Bitker Inc. thanks all the area farmers and farm families for your business and for growing the crops to produce the food we enjoy. During this egg month, it's important to say thank you, and Bitker Inc. reminds you to order your farm implement and egg equipment tires now. Call Troy the Tire Guy at Bitker Inc. at 218-456-7467. When we return, as we said, a conversation with Coach Erickson of Warren-Alvarado-Oslo as the Ponies get set to do battle with the Eagles of Sacred Heart. You've got it here on 106.5 FM KRJB, 96.7 FM KKCQ, YourLiveEvent.com, and Garden Valley Channel number 37.
Service is something that's taken very seriously at the Bennett Hoagland Agency of Ada and Moorhead. John Wayne and Marissa know that service is important to you, their customer. They keep you informed and educated on the latest changes in crop insurance coverage and giving you fast claim services. John Wayne and Marissa at the Bennett Hoagland Agency have the experience and involvement with crop insurance, which helps to better serve the area farmer with crop insurance information. They thank you for your business, and they remind you, if you have any questions about crop insurance, visit them at the Bennett Hoagland Agency of Ada and Moorhead.
Have you seen the huge selection of used vehicles that Christian Motors of Fertile has? Stop by the lot, talk with one of the guys about the huge selection of cars, trucks, SUVs, vans, and so much more. They've got a great selection of used vehicles right now. You can view them at christianmotors.com or christiancarsonline.com. One of the biggest selection of used vehicles around, it's Christian Motors. They're proud to be your Chevy and GMC dealer, Highway 32 North in Fertile.
This is Chris from RDK Enterprises, your local precision planting dealer. Many factors impact your ability to increase profits on the farm. Make sure your planter is an asset and not a liability. Some limiting factors in making the perfect planter pass are row maintenance, meter calibration, and downforce management. It will not cost you anything to have the conversation about identifying those limiting factors. Call RDK Enterprises 701-636-2119 or planterdoc.com.
Welcome back inside the Bitker Inc. pregame show on YourLiveEvent.com. West subsection championship game. as we welcome in our listeners on 106.5 FM KRJB and on 96.7 FM KKCQ. We continue on with your Georgetown Farmers Elevator and Border Bank in Clearbrook pre-game coaches' comments with head coach Christian Erickson of the Warren-Alvarado-Oslo Ponies.
Coach Christian Erickson, head coach of the Warren-Alvarado-Oslo Ponies, joins us on the pregame show tonight. Coach, you get matched up with the Sacred Heart Eagles. You lost to them twice in the regular season. Tell me a little bit about those matchups and what makes the Eagles so good.
Well, they were both really good games. Unfortunately, we came out on the losing end of both of them, but they're a real tough ball club because they're long, athletic, they're physical, and they got so much ball handling and shooting and the ability to pass on the court. They're just a really skilled offensive ball club.
It seems like in games like those, when they are so close and they are so back and forth, you might be lacking in just one area. Was there one area you guys are maybe a little weaker in, or?
The last game we played, we just had I'd say both times we had two really terrible offensive stretches on our part, and you got to give them credit because they were obviously doing good things defensively, but we just had a couple really bad droughts that we weren't getting good looks. We were turning it over, and we still ended up making a good game on both of those games. But we got to avoid something like that tonight, where we let them extend a lead, the double-digit area. Then I think we'll be fine all night.
A couple of losses in the regular season for them against the Northern Freeze team you guys beat in the quarterfinal round. Anything you pulled from those games, a weakness of theirs at all, or?
Maybe, but from what I gathered, they just kind of didn't have it that night, and sometimes that's basketball. They didn't seem like shots were going in. I had the opportunity to watch one of them games, their conference championship game, and between them and the Freeze, and man, things just weren't going for them that night. It wasn't the same ball club I'm used to seeing, so the Freeze obviously did some things really, really well to rattle them, but I'm expecting a really tough team tonight.
Well, we like to ask coaches keys to the game, but if you can give me one thing to get you guys back to the section title for the first time since 2006, what would it be?
I'd say we got to win the paint on both ends of the floor, and that goes, that encompasses a lot. Not giving up offensive rebounds, but I think we got to get quality paint touches offensively, whether it's off dribble penetration or post touches with our size, and defensively we got to keep them out of the paint. They do such a good job of attacking you and getting to the paint and finding shooters and breaking you down, getting you in scramble situations defensively. So that we got to win the paint tonight.
Well, that might be an easier thing for you guys when you have career leading rebounder Jackson Winter-Roberts on your side too, right?
It never hurts. I hope he has a good one tonight.
All right, sounds good, Coach. Thanks for the time. Feel better and good luck tonight.
Yeah, you bet. Thank you.
And that was the head coach of the Warren-Alvarado-Oslo Ponies, Christian Erickson, joining us in our Border Bank in Clearbrook and Georgetown Farmers Elevator pre-game coaches' comments. To sell your grain, call Gary Balsam at 218-236-6661 at the Georgetown Farmers Elevator. Well, we said to Coach Erickson of the Ponies, feel better. I went down to talk to him here in the pregame show, and I'd like to, shake the coach's hand, say, "Hey, Coach, how you doing?" He said, No, I'm not going to shake your hand. I've got a cold here," and even had to pause a little bit. He had a bloody nose too. So Coach Erickson a little beat up here in the pregame show, and I told him, "It's a good thing your team's so good. You won't have to do too much yelling tonight." And he sort of chuckled. I guess he didn't get my humor on that one. But the Ponies are ready to go against the Sacred Heart Eagles. The number 2 seed in the West subsection are the Ponies. The Sacred Heart Eagles, the number 1 seed in the West subsection. And, of course, the defending Section 8A champions, Sacred Heart, trying to get back-to-back, I should say, to the section championship game. They beat the Cass Lake Bena Panthers in last year's game. Time now for your Ziegler Egg Equipment, Highway 9 North in Ada, and Hugo's Family Marketplace and Hugo's Express starting lineups. New arrival at Ziegler Egg Equipment in Ada. 2 new model 2023 Gleaner Combines. It's cleaner with Gleaner. Talk to Chuck or Neil for more details at Ziegler Egg Equipment. Others soon to be on the lot, trade-ins, and more new equipment arriving at Ziegler Egg Equipment, Highway 9 North Ada. Talk with Chuck or Neil about the activity, what's sold, what's available. Ziegler Egg Equipment, Highway 9 North Ada. Talk to Chuck or Neil for pricing here today. Well, we take a look at your starting five for the Warren-Alvarado-Oslo Ponies. Here's their starting five. Senior number 1, Tyson Mortimer. Senior number 2, Nathan Sedlacek. Senior number 3, Braley Schroeder. Senior number 12, Jackson Winarovich, and the sophomore number 23, Caden Pierce, who had an outstanding night back in the quarterfinal round. Pierce in that game poured in 20 points against the Northern Freeze, one of 4 players in double figures for Warren-Alvarado-Oslo. On the other side for the Sacred Heart Eagles, here's their starting five. Junior number 3, Josiah Sunby. Sophomore number 4, Parker Erickson. Senior number 5, Breck Bloom. Senior number 10, Ethan Arnson. And senior number 23 is Landon Denny. Sacred Heart had an outstanding victory over Goodrich Grigla in the quarterfinal round, 77-58. 5 players were in double figures for the Eagles that night. All 5 of those were the starting 5 for Sacred Heart. Arnson at 19, Erickson 17, Sunby 14, Bloom had 12, and Denny had 11. So for Sacred Heart, we run through it again. Sunby, Erickson, Bloom, Arnson, and Denny. For Warren-Alvarado-Oslo, Mortimer, Sedlacek, Schroeder, Winarovich, and Pierce. Jackson Winarovich, the career rebounding leader for Warren-Alvarado-Oslo for the Ponies basketball program, eclipsed that mark back midway through December. Ponies 25-3 on the season. Their win over the Northern Freeze, 70-43 in the quarterfinal round. Coach Erickson talked about in the pregame coach's comments, Northern Freeze beating Sacred Heart twice during the regular season. And Coach Erickson just said, well, I think Sacred Heart was off that night. Not the same team they're used to typically seeing, but they defeated the Northern Freeze in the quarterfinal. Warren-Alvarado-Oslo did. Sacred Heart over Goodrich Grigla, 77-58. The winner gets the Foston Greyhounds, the top seed from the East subsection. The Greyhounds defeating Fertile Beltrami in sort of a shocking affair by 22 points, 76-54. Warren-Alvarado-Oslo in their white unis tonight with the orange numerals and lettering. Ponies in cursive lettering across the chest, numerals on the front and back trimmed in orange and black. And then for the Sacred Heart Eagles, in those black uniforms trimmed in gold with the Eagles across the chest in purple, as are the numerals on the front and back. Number 23, Landon Denny will jump for Sacred Heart. Number 12, Jackson Winarovich for Warren-Alvarado-Oslo. Thanks for tuning in on YourLiveEvent.com, KRJB, KKCQ, and on Garden Valley, channel number 37. I'm Dawson Peterson alongside executive producer Mac Robinson on site. Here we go, West Subsection Championship Basketball winner to the section title game. Possession number 1 belongs to Warren-Alvarado-Oslo. Caden Pierce, left corner 3 off the heel, and a quick 3-point attempt goes long for the Ponies. Trying to get a first basket right from the jump. Sacred Heart comes back the other way. The Eagles go from our right to left. Out near the top of the key, Parker Erickson trying to adjust the half-court offense to the right wing. Sunby back to Erickson at the top. Fakes to the left, now goes to the left elbow. Pass went to Denny, kicks it out. Sunby, right corner 3, short off the front. Caden Pierce hauls in the rebound. Leaves it off and gets into the front court. Pierce dribbles to the top of the key. Mortimer with the left wing. Rips to his right hand, drive and kick, out to Schroeder, inside the paint, out to the right corner, extra pass to Pierce at the top of the key, goes behind his back, spinning, step through, this one goes up from 12, too strong, and the rebound hauled in by Sacred Heart. Coming back the other direction was Ethan Arnson with the rebound, his first rebound of the night. Hands off to Erickson on the far side, goes back to the right wing with Breck Bloom, back to Erickson to the top of the key, goes to the elbow. Arnson faces up from 15. Kick out, Erickson at the top, down to the left baseline. Denny, extra pass in the middle, is going to be tipped and turned over, picked up by the Ponies. First turnover of the night. Both teams putting up over 70 points in the quarterfinal round. Yet to score almost 2 minutes in. Ponies a turnover the other direction. Winarovich was double teamed. Eagles back the other way. They've got numbers, and Sunby tried to kick it out to the right corner from the middle of the paint. And it's intercepted by Mortimer on the right side of the floor. Outlet pass to Schroeder into the front court. Bounce pass, Winarovich on the left side of the rim. Puts it in for 2. There's your first points on the Lynn Forest Insurance Agency and Lakes Community Cooperative scoreboard. 2-0. Ponies the advantage almost 2 minutes already into this one. Sunby walks it back across the timeline for Sacred Heart. Brings it to the left side of the floor. Right wing to Parker Erickson. to the elbow. Arntzen face up, right corner three. Bloom on the way, in and out. Warren-Alvarado tips it around. The rebound hauled in by Denny, his second. Out to Sundby in the left corner. Long skip out to Arntzen to the right wing. Comes back to the near side wing with Parker Erickson, and he dribbles it back up near the top of the key. To Arntzen at the free throw line. Faces up. Denny on the left baseline. Back to Arntzen. Head fake downhill. Warren-Alvarado says, get that out of here. Blocked out of bounds to the baseline. And Sacred Heart retains the possession. That's the thing about Warren-Alvarado-Oslo. Long, tall, some tall kids on this roster. For the Ponies, Sacred Heart, the defending section champions. Eagles basketball. Erickson out near to Sundby. Pulls it out past the left wing, adjusts, gets by Mortimer, skip pass, right wing three. Erickson around and off, and another rebound. This one hauled in by Mortimer, and a foul called on the rebound against the Sacred Heart Eagles. That's going to be the first foul on the Eagles tonight, and that's going to go on number 23, Landon Denny. 15:30 first half, 2-0 Warren-Alvarado-Oslo on top. Winner gets the Foston Greyhounds in the section championship game on Friday night. Ponies back the other direction on the offensive end. Sedlacek. Bounce pass to the right elbow. Mortimer faces up from 15 into the right corner. Pierce baseline drive with the right hand. Warren-Alvarado extra pass. Mortimer right wing three. Too strong. Offensive rebound to Caden Pierce. Pierce goes back to the baseline. He stood up by the right block. Off near to Sedlacek. Drive and kick into the left corner to Braley Schroeder. Stops at the free throw line. Gets it out to Pierce, who had 20 points in the quarterfinal round. He's stolen away by Sundby. Sundby stripped him. Josiah Sundby, the lefty, layup back the other way. And we're tied up at 2. First points of the game for Sacred Heart and the junior guard, Josiah Sundby. 14:45 first half. Mortimer to the right block. Over his left shoulder. He had that move working against the Northern Freeze. That one comes up short off the rim. Arntzen the rebound and clears it. And Sacred Heart walks it back the other direction with Josiah Sundby on the right side of the floor. The lefty Sundby goes to Erickson at the top of the key. Faces up. Left hand, skips it back to the right wing to Sundby. Squares up, thought about pulling the trigger. Sundby back across to Erickson, left wing. Free throw line, Arntzen fakes it out. Faces up from 14, into the right corner. Sundby head fake, baseline drive, behind his back, from the corner. Three on the way. Oh man, that would have been a heck of a play. Breck Bloom put up the left corner three. Sedlacek come away with the rebound. Behind the back pass from Sundby on the right side of the lane across into the other corner. Three-pointer is off the mark. It was short by Braley Schroeder. Denny clears it with his third rebound of the half. Sundby to the right wing, back into the right corner. Back around to Sundby, who gets it back at the top of the key. Bounce pass to Arntzen at the right elbow. Faces up, looking to attack. Turns, puts it up from 14. That's going to be too strong. Denny tries to tip it out. He does corral it for rebound number 4. Off to Arntzen. 2 steps. Layup is good by Ethan Arntzen. Arntzen from Landon Denny, and there's your first lead of the night for Sacred Heart. 4-2, 13.5 to go in the first half. Caden Pierce into the corner to Sedlacek, into the middle of the paint, pivots, reverse back the other way. That one's off the back, too much from 5 feet away. Erickson comes back the other direction for Sacred Heart. Erickson comes over to Sundby, left wing, fakes the skip pass back across, and the junior guard Sundby will direct traffic. Back over to Erickson. Right wing, back to Erickson. Now to the right wing again, inside. Arntzen trying to make a living from about 14 feet away. And Warren-Alvarado-Oslo Pony leading rebounder Warren-Alvarado clears it, and Caden Pierce back the other way, catches the outlet pass. And the Ponies, when they push in transition, they can be a tough team to beat. Pierce finishes, ties it up at 4. 12:40 to go in the first half. Sundby to the left elbow to Denny. Back to the left wing, Sundby into the corner, Erickson. Erickson skips it across to the right wing. That's going to go to Breck Bloom, rather Arntzen, who hands it off with Bloom in the far right corner. Back to Arntzen, right corner 3, short off the front, over the top, and the rebound can't be hauled in by the Ponies. Went through the hands of Tyson Mortimer, and the basketball is going to stay with Sacred Heart. 12:21 first half, low-scoring game so far. We're tied up at 4. Lynn Forest Insurance Agency and Lakes Community Cooperative scoreboard. Josiah Sundby out near half court. Fakes the skip across, trying to fake a pass, make a pass. Bounce pass to the far side with Erickson. Erickson gets downhill, skips out. Sundby, deep 3 from the left wing. No good. Warren-Alvarado the rebound, but he quickly turned it over. Arnson stepped in front of it. Winter-Roberts was falling away, and Arnson puts it back in from a couple feet away. 6-4, Sacred Heart leads. And now another Pony turnover. Their fourth. Bloom on the left wing. Gets inside with the left hand. He's stripped, and Sacred Heart on the floor. Denny from his backside out to Sunby for three. It's short off the front. An offensive rebound, though, for Breck. Bloom out to Arnson. He wants one, and he connects. Ethan Arnson rattles it in. Arnson's got 7 of the Sacred Heart 9. 5-point lead for the Eagles. 9-4, 11.5 in the first half. Sedlacek into the left corner. Inside, and nice take by Braley Schroeder. Trims it to 3, 9-6. Sunby on the far side. Sacred Heart basketball, skips it to the left wing, Erickson. Erickson back up near the top of the key. Fakes to the left, goes to Sunby to the right wing. Sunby the southpaw. Left wing, Erickson steps into it off the heel. Rebound on the far side of the floor. Braley Schroeder brings it in. Schroeder back across the timeline. Inside 11 minutes to go first half. Sedlacek, Mortimer to the right wing. Bloom sizes him up defensively. Inside, Winter-Roberts tried to go up. He got blocked. Arnson back the other way. Sunby in the right corner. Nice no-look bounce pass to Arnson. Head fake. Winter-Roberts got in the air. Arnson, good patience to wait for him. And we're going to get a foul called, but it's going to go on Sacred Heart. It's going to go against Ethan Arnson. Foul on Arnson will be his first, team second. Couple of substitutions are going to come in. Sacred Heart committing the foul. It's on Arnson. And as we take a look, number 5, Adam McIntyre, who played significant minutes against the Northern Freeze in the quarterfinal round, comes into the game off the bench, as does number 24, Dustin Morley. Hand off to Mortimer. To the free throw line, McIntyre in the left corner. Back to Mortimer, couple feet out past the left wing. Mortimer downhill, kicks into the left corner with Schroeder. Schroeder inside, and nice pass off to Morley, but he couldn't get it to go. Mike Gapp, who just checked in, clears the rebound. Sunby races back into the front court. Gapp to Arnson in the left corner. Fakes down to the block, goes back to Gapp. Gapp skipped back across to Sunby. 10 minutes to go, first half. Sacred Heart by 3, it's 9-6. Arnson has it on the left wing. Fakes inside. Defense closes out on him to Sunby. Fakes it back to the top of the key. Back around to Erickson to the right wing. Back to the junior Sunby. Sunby back to Erickson. Erickson left-handed dribble. Stops at the left elbow. Pulls one up from 14 with the one hand. Floater was no good. Morley comes down with the rebound. Outlet pass to McIntyre. Gets inside the middle of the lane. Skips it out into the left corner to Schroeder. Reverses it back to Mortimer. Mortimer stops from 14, gets back to Caden Pierce. Shakes his man Arnson into the corner. Mortimer, this one a long 2, in and out. Offensive rebound for Pierce. Off the window, that's not there. Arnson the rebound. Arnson comes down with the rebound. That's his third. Outlet goes to Sunby on the far side of the floor. Back to Arnson near the top of the key. Fakes a head fake, goes to Erickson in the left corner. Arnson has it at the top of the key. He'll fake to the inside, goes to Sunby right wing in front of the Ponies bench. Back to Arnson. A quick one back to the right wing. Sunby, no look, left corner. Erickson gets by his man. Morley helps, goes over the top, and he made that shot difficult. Mortimer comes down with rebound number 2. Tyson Mortimer clears it back into the front court. Caden Pierce at the top. Head fake, gets inside. 2 dribbles. That one's going to be left short. Arnson away with rebound number 4. And Sacred Heart the opportunity to push. Sunby, no look, left corner. Gap, puts up a 3. That's an air ball over the top. Morley away with a rebound. His second rebound of the night. Now Coach Erickson wants a timeout for Warren-Alvarado-Oslo. A 3-point game, low-scoring affair. 8.5 to go. It's 9-6. Sacred Heart leads. We're back in 30 seconds on YourLiveEvent.com. KKCQ, KRJB, and Garden Valley Channel 37.
New arrival. 2 new Model 2023 Gleaner Combines at Ziegler Ag Equipment, Highway 9 North Ada. It's cleaner with Gleaner. Visit with Chuck Arneal for more details. Ziegler Ag Equipment coming soon. Additional trade-ins and more new equipment arriving at Ziegler Ag Equipment, Highway 9 North Ada. Massey Ferguson 4710 tractor is on the lot. Fendt Model 516 tractor on the lot. Ziegler Ag Equipment, Highway 9 North Ada, 218-784-2961.
Stead Arena, here on yourliveevent.com and KRJB and KKCQ Radio. And remember, the winner gets the Foston Greyhounds in the section championship. Left elbow to Warren-Alvarado. Faces up, getting to the inside. Goes back out to the top of the key with Sedlacek. Bounce pass to the left corner, nearly lost it. Mortimer picks it up. Mortimer sizing up Arnson. Gets to his right hand, inside the middle of the paint. Out to McIntyre, right elbow, drive and kick. Three-pointer on the way from the left wing, and a shooter's roll for Nathan Sedlacek. Went off the front of the rim, bounced into the air, and came back through the cylinder. We're tied up at 9 with 7:55 to go in the first half. Sacred Heart basketball. Sunby left wing, gets by McIntyre. Skip out across to Erickson in the right corner, between his legs. To the right elbow, to Downs. Pass was tipped, nearly turned over. Sunby to the right wing, Erickson. Erickson looks inside, goes to the elbow, back out Erickson. He's wide open for three off the front. Nearly had the same thing that happened on the other end. Rebound tipped into the hands of Tyson Mortimer and Warren-Alvarado-Oslo. 7:25 first half. Mortimer out to McIntyre. 2 dribbles, puts up a floater from a couple feet away. It rolls off the left side of the rim. Landon Denny comes away with team high, game high. Rebound number 5. Sunby goes between his legs, out past the right wing, goes to Erickson, back to the wing. Sunby to the top, reverses it around the perimeter to Arnson, left wing. Arnson back to Sunby. Back to Arnson, left wing, 3, off the heel, rebound. Hauled in with the one hand by Nathan Sedlacek. Mortimer back into the front court for Warren-Alvarado-Oslo. Inside 7 minutes. Mortimer downhill, off glass, too strong. Rebound back down to Greg Downs and Sacred Heart. Sunby is running back the other way. They've got numbers. Sunby with the left-handed layup is good, off glass. Josiah Sunby's got 4 points, and Sacred Heart goes back up by 2, 11-9. Sedlacek at the top of the key, hands it back off with McIntyre, who comes off the bench for Coach Erickson. To the right wing, Mortimer gets inside, stops from 14, reverse pivot back out to McIntyre in the right corner. 2 dribbles for McIntyre, bounce pass, Morley, good strong finish by Dustin Morley. And the junior off the bench ties it back up 11 as we go back and forth now, outside 6 minutes to go in the first half. Sunby at the top of the key. Free throw line, out to Arnson. Nice ball movement. Arnson can't take advantage though, but an offensive rebound and put back for Greg Downs. 2 points for Downs, 2 rebounds. Sacred Heart back up by 2, 13-11. Couple of subs will come in on the next dead ball for both teams. Warren-Alvarado, head fake, and one. Nice move by Jackson. Warren-Alvarado down on the left block. The head fake, pivoted through for some extra space, and he goes to the line for one more. The foul on Sacred Heart's going to go on number 23, Landon Denny, his second, team's third. Still no team fouls on Warren-Alvarado-Oslo with 5:48 to go in this first half. Caden Pierce checks back in for the Ponies. Back in for Sacred Heart is Mike Gapp. And also number 5, Breck Bloom. And Isaac Sunby is into the contest now. Warren-Alvarado at the line for the three-point play. Free throw is good. Jackson Warren-Alvarado rattles it in, and Warren-Alvarado-Oslo now leads by 1, 14-13, with 5:45 to go in this first half. Sunby up near the top of the key, faking to the inside, right wing to Bloom, back around. Arnson has it on the left wing, fakes inside once again. And the way this zone defense is played by the Ponies, Sacred Heart wants to move the basketball. They don't want it to get stagnant. They fake to the inside. Sunby, quick reversal to Bloom, down to the right baseline. Finds a teammate in Downs, back out to Sunby. Free throw line, Gap, out to the right wing. Nicely done. Sunby, Arnson left wing, and Warren-Alvarado-Oslo flying around to the inside. Gap, that's a tough shot off the front of the rim, and Coach Erickson will live with that all day long for Warren-Alvarado-Oslo. Warren-Alvarado with rebound number 3. Ponies back into the front court. 5 minutes to go first half. Ponies by 1, 14-13. A near turnover. Warren-Alvarado picked it up. Pierce wasn't looking for it. A head fake. Left wing. 3. Short off the front by number 3. Braley Schroeder. Rebound by McIntyre. An offensive one. Down to Warren-Alvarado. Nice strong move. Jackson Warren-Alvarado. Warren-Alvarado had the offensive rebound deep on the baseline. Spins back to the middle of the paint, and a 3-point Pony lead, 16-13. Sunby to the right wing, Bloom, Gap right elbow, down to Downs. Turnover number 3. Schroeder into the front court. Sedlacek off to Mortimer at the top of the key. Mortimer McIntyre, I beg your pardon. Winovich in the left corner. Back to the left wing with Schroeder. Gets inside, hop step, Schroeder, nice move, but a foul. Schroeder gets to the inside, puts up the floater, left it short, he gets fouled, and he's gonna go to the line for 2 free throws. Foul on Breck Bloom is his first and the team's 4th. And Schroeder is at the line for a pair. The first one short off the front, but he gets the shooter's roll. And the Ponies start 2 of 2 from the Mustang Seeds free throw line. Schroeder has 3. Josiah Sunby and Parker Erickson come back in for Sacred Heart, trailing by 4, 17-13. Schroeder trying to make it a 5-point game. Free throw on the way, off the heel. Arntzen comes away with a rebound for Ethan Arntzen. That's his 5th rebound of the game, tied with Landon Denny for the team lead. 4 minutes to go in this first half. Warren-Alvarado-Oslo leads by 4. Remember, the Ponies lost to Sacred Heart twice in the regular season. Arntzen out to Gap. Erickson, top of the key, picks up his dribble there to the free throw line to Arntzen. Defense collapses. Now he faces up and everybody recovers. Back to Erickson at the top. Shakes off his head with Arntzen to the free throw line. Sunby left wing back to Erickson. 3:30 to go in the half. Erickson, free throw line. Arntzen looks inside on the high-low. Left corner. Sunby from deep. Short off the front. Mortimer flies in for the rebound. That's the 4th rebound for Mortimer. And Tyson Mortimer trying to use his speed. Nice work by Breck Bloom, rather. Yes, it was Bloom to cut him off. McIntyre, top of the key for the Ponies. 17-13. Warren-Alvarado-Oslo by 4. 3 minutes to play. Down to the right block. Mortimer, middle of the lane. Turns, faces up from 8 feet. Tyson Mortimer, a perfect swish. Nothing but net. And a timeout from Sacred Heart. Full timeout. Ponies by 6. 19-13. We're back after this break on KKCQ, KRJB, YourLiveEvent.com, and Garden Valley Channel 37.
New arrival. 2 new Model 2023 Gleaner Combines at Ziegler Ag Equipment, Highway 9 North Ada. It's cleaner with Gleaner. Visit with Chuck O'Neill for more details. Ziegler Ag Equipment coming soon. Additional trade-ins and more new equipment arriving at Ziegler Ag Equipment, Highway 9 North Ada. Massey Ferguson 4710 tractor is on the lot. Fendt Model 516 tractor on the lot. Ziegler Ag Equipment, Highway 9 North Ada, 218-784-2961.
This is Carly Olson at American Federal Bank in Ada. You can save time on your banking needs with American Federal's mobile deposit. Use your mobile device to deposit checks whenever and wherever it's convenient for you. It's available to online banking customers within the American Federal mobile banking app. Go to your app store today to download the American Federal mobile banking app. To learn more about American Federal's mobile deposit, stop in and visit us at American Federal Bank in Ada, member FDIC.
On KRJB and on YourLiveEvent.com, it's Sacred Heart basketball. Scoreless in the last couple of minutes. The Eagles down by 6 points, 19-13. Arntzen from 12 feet, faces up. Now inside the paint. Winovich stands straight up to Sunby. Back out to Arntzen, left wing, who pops out. Arntzen gets downhill, stops at the free throw line, kicks it out to Erickson. 2:45 to go first half. Parker Erickson trapped in the deep right corner to Arntzen. This is a long 2 from 18 off the front of the rim. Mortimer down with rebound number 5. 2.5 to go first half. Mortimer spinning near the middle of the lane. Kick out to the right wing. Pierce with an extra pass at the top. Into the corner. Winovich doesn't want the 3. Back out to the left wing. Nathan Sedlacek. Good strong move. Had it tipped away from behind. Erickson with rebound number 2. Sedlacek got to the rack, but it was tipped and blocked from behind. Erickson left wing. Arntzen. Bloom left corner. Blocked out of bounds. Breck Bloom gets the reversal in the left corner. It was blocked out of bounds. Landon Denny checks back in for Sacred Heart. What a first half from the Ponies, leading by 6, 19-13. 2:09 to go in the first half. Erickson lobs it in from the baseline to Sunby. Josiah Sunby pulls it out near half court, directing the offense with the right hand. The junior point guard now being hassled by Tyson Mortimer. Skip pass back across to Parker Erickson. Back to Josiah Sunby where it came from on the left wing. 1:50 to play. Breck Bloom in the left corner. Back to Sunby. Can Sacred Heart find something here offensively? Scoreless in the last 4 minutes. Been stuck at 13. Arnson trapped in the right corner, stays with it, still patient. Trap still comes, bounce pass to Denny. Right block, and it's deflected out of bounds. Double team came from the corner. Braley Schroeder drops back to the corner, double teaming the post, deflects it out of bounds. Basketball stays with Sacred Heart. Baseline out of bounds upcoming for the Eagles. Erickson will trigger it in, goes to Sunby at the top of the key. 1:35 to go in the first half. Warren-Alvarado-Oslo lost to Sacred Heart twice in the regular season. Josiah Sunby left wing to Erickson on the right wing. Dribbles down to the free throw line. Sunby left wing on the reversal. Sunby gets inside with 2 dribbles. Left corner, 3. Arnson puts it up and puts it in with 1:15 to play in the first half. 10 points for Ethan Arnson. That's a big basket for Sacred Heart to cut it to 3, 19-16, 65 seconds in the first half. Mortimer downhill off the side of the backboard, and they're going to call a foul on Sacred Heart on the ground. The foul on the Eagles will be their 5th. And the second on Breck Bloom. It's interesting, Sacred Heart has 5 first half fouls compared to none for Warren-Alvarado-Oslo. 1 minute to go. Mortimer step through. Off glass on the left side. Tyson Mortimer has 4 points. Warren-Alvarado-Oslo so fundamentally sound down in the post. Winorovich, a good example of that. Mortimer shows it off all night long as well. A little head fake, patient, step through, strong. Up moves to the basket. Ponies by 5, 21-16. 40 seconds to go. Right corner, Arnson faces up. Out on the perimeter, gets inside with 2 dribbles to Josiah Sunby, right wing. Baseline drive out to Bloom. Kicks it out left corner. Erickson has it on the right wing. Arnson to the top, 25 seconds to go in the half. Erickson to the wing. Right block down to Denny. Trying to work on Winorovich. Nice work and nice footwork by Landon Denny. Gets Winorovich right back, 21-18. 10 seconds to go. Into the right-handed corner for the Ponies. Back out to Pierce. Pierce gets to his left hand, spins, another step through, and another nice move on the inside. 2 seconds in the half. Sunby from three-quarter court throws it up, and it's going to come up short. And your score after 1 half of play on the Lynn Forest Insurance Agency and Lakes Community Cooperative scoreboard, Warren-Alvarado-Oslo leads the defending Section 8 champion Sacred Heart Eagles 23-18. The Lynn Forest Insurance halftime report is coming your way next here on KKCQ, KRJB, Garden Valley channel number 37, and on yourliveevent.com.
New arrival. 2 new Model 2023 Gleaner Combines at Ziegler Ag Equipment, Highway 9 North Ada. It's cleaner with Gleaner. Visit with Chuck O'Neill for more details. Ziegler Ag Equipment coming soon. Additional trade-ins and more new equipment arriving at Ziegler Ag Equipment, Highway 9 North Ada. Massey Ferguson 4710 tractor is on the lot. Fendt Model 516 tractor on the lot. Ziegler Ag Equipment, Highway 9 North Ada, 218-784-2961.
This is Carly Olson at American Federal Bank in Ada. You can save time on your banking needs with American.
Service is something that.
Have you seen the huge selection?
This is Chris from RDK Enterprises, your local precision planting dealer. Many factors impact.
Founded upon our Benedictine heritage of prayer and work, Sacred Heart Catholic School promotes faith in Jesus Christ, educates youth, and ministers to all. At Sacred Heart, it's not just about education, but about the formation of the person, mind, body, and soul. By living each day the Eagle Way, today's students will become tomorrow's leaders. To learn more about the Sacred Heart School or to view activity schedules, teachers' pages, and more, visit sacredheartegf.net.
Every business has its special needs and its own unique set of challenges. That's why we treat your business just like ours, to make sure you are covered right. Hello, this is Shane with Irie Insurance, and our agents have seen it all, and one slip-up can take a small business years to recover from. That's why it's so important for a small business to work with an insurance company that can save them money but also make sure they are protected. If you own a small business, we would like to work for you. Go to IrieInsurance.com to find a local agent near you.
The Halstead Living Center, Heritage House in Halstead, and the Normandy in Twin Valley present an atmosphere that is calm and comfortable. Whether you're in need of a short-term or long-term care stay, they offer a variety of first-rate services with a tailored plan to exceed your expectations at any level of care, including senior living with services, skilled nursing care, rehabilitation care, respite, hospice, or adult daycare. Get more information by going to halsteadlivingcenter.com or call 218-456-2105.
When you're going out to play this winter, do it in Ada. Ada has an ice skating rink, snowmobiling, snowshoe and cross-country ski trails. And stop in Ada on your way to and from any other activities. Meet your friends, have a bite to eat. Or if you're in the mood for a swim and not quite ready for a polar plunge, swim with family and friends at the indoor pool at the Deco Center. Ada also has its event center ready to host meetings or family events. Welcome to Ada, alive and thriving.
Farming today doesn't always feel the same way it used to. Then again, some of it feels all the same. Maybe it isn't so much the jobs that changed, but how they get done. Now that's a different story. Everything got bigger and smaller at the same time. Insurance, accounting, and taxes can get complicated, so you need someone who's looking to keep every dollar possible in your pocket. Ag Country.
YourLiveEvent.com, KKCQ, KRJB, Garden Valley Channel number 37. Big first half for Warren-Alvarado-Oslo as they are up by 5 as they head into the locker room, 23-18. Halftime report being presented to you by the Linfors Insurance Agency. Linfors Insurance in Ada, Mahnomen, Foston, Bagley, Clearbrook, and now in Fertile. Linfors, your insurance source. So a little recap for you from this first half. Went back and forth for the first couple of minutes after we finally got the scoring started right around the 13-minute mark. And then it was the Ponies going up for their first lead of the game, 14-13, with 5:45 left to play. Sacred Heart would then be scoreless for over 2 minutes as they were stuck on 13. It was 19-13 with 3:01 to go in the first half. And then the Ponies would score 4 more and then 5 more for the Sacred Heart Eagles to get it to a 23-18 deficit after one half of play. And that's the score here at the Linfors Insurance Agency halftime report. Ponies lead by 5. Winner to the section title game against the Foston Greyhounds, who beat Fertile Beltrami earlier 76-54. Quick break. We'll come back with your first half stats on KRJB, KKCQ, YourLiveEvent.com, and Garden Valley Channel number 37.
Treat yourself to a great career at American Crystal Sugar Company. Team up with quality people making quality products. Full-time and year-round in a stable business. With great pay and benefits including time off available from day one. American Crystal Sugar Company invests in you to promote your continued growth and career advancement. Grow your career doing your best work within the world's best beet sugar company. Apply online today at AmericanCrystalCareers.com.
The Benedictine Living Community in Ada is currently hiring for the following positions: Director of Nursing, full-time exempt position. CNA, full and part-time, need not be certified to apply, will train you. Resident Assistant, full-time assisted living position, and RN LPN charge nurse, full-time days and overnights. For more information, log on to blcada.org/jobs or call 218-784-5500. Consider a career with the Benedictine Living Community in Ada.
Bitcare Inc. has savings on all farm implement and ag equipment tires during this Ag Month celebration. Thanks to area farms and farm families for your business and for growing the crops to produce the food we enjoy. Bitcare Inc. with savings on farm and ag equipment tires. Call Troy the Tire Guy to order your tires today and discover additional savings with multiple tire orders for your farm. Bitcare Inc. located between Ada and Halstead. 218-456-7467.
You won this year's chili cook-off. Our girls played in the softball finals last spring. You're not just another policyholder to us. We remember your name. Hi, Cheryl.
He remembered my name.
Because it's your name. That's simple human sense.
Rivers Edge Insurance Agency, Halstead. 218-456-2172.
Jeff, Mary, Dan, Sarah.
As we welcome you inside the halftime report, we give you your first half stats presented to you by Christian Motors. Starting with the Ponies, who lead by 5 at the break, 23-18. Tyson Mortimer has 4 points and 5 rebounds. Nathan Sedlacek with 3 points and 2 rebounds. Braley Schroeder at 3 points and a rebound. Adam McIntyre with 1 rebound. Jackson Winorovich leads the Ponies in scoring with 7 and 4. Caden Pierce has 4 points and 3 rebounds. And Dustin Morley with 2 points and 2 rebounds. For Sacred Heart in this first half, Josiah Sunby, a couple of baskets, 4 points. Mike Gapp, 1 rebound. Ethan Ernstson, the only player in double figures tonight with 10 points and 5 rebounds. Landon Denny with 2 points, 5 boards. Greg Downs, a basket and 2 rebounds. Excuse me, only three turnovers in the first half by the Sacred Heart Eagles, 4 for Warren-Alvarado-Oslo. Both teams good in the turnover department, as they have been all year long and throughout this section tournament. From the free throw line, Sacred Heart didn't shoot a free throw at all. Warren-Alvarado-Oslo went 2 of 3 for 66% in the first half. Another important number to remember as well, there were 5 team fouls on Sacred Heart, none on Warren-Alvarado-Oslo. As those first half stats are brought to you by Christian Motors. Stop by Christian Motors for the absolute best selection in used cars, or visit them online at christiancarsonline.com. Christian Motors, with locations in Minnesota, including Fertile and Crookston, and locations in North Dakota, including Findlay, Cooperstown, Jamestown, and their used superstore in Mayville. Visit them online at christiancarsonline.com. As we wrap up the Linfors Insurance Agency halftime report, Sacred Heart trailing the Ponies of Warren-Alvarado-Oslo by 5, 23-18. They had a drought in the final 3.5 minutes or so where they were stuck on 13 points, but in those final 3 minutes, or almost 2.5 minutes, they scored 5 more points to get it to 23-18. As the Eagles are down by 5 here at the half, we take a look at your focus on the game being brought to you by the Valley Vision Clinic in Ada. And if we want to focus on something for Sacred Heart, I think maybe getting aggressive and getting to the hoop more, maybe settling for too many outside shots against this zone defense of Warren-Alvarado-Oslo. See a couple of baskets go in here in this first half. That includes free throws as well. Gain a little more confidence and knock them down from the outside. Sacred Heart certainly capable of it. That's your Valley Vision Clinic focus on the game. Dr. Dave Solsing and his staff at Valley Vision Clinic remind you to also keep your focus with a regular eye exam. Schedule yours today at 218-784-4091. 18 minutes away from crowning a West subsection champion. Sacred Heart gets the basketball. They go from our left to right on your radio dial. Ernstson, right corner, 3 in between the rim and the backboard, off the mark. Winorovich with rebound number 5. Outlet on the far side of the floor. Tyson Mortimer gets the handoff, goes baseline with the right hand on the right side. Throws it over the top of the rim. Erickson with rebound number 3. Neither of these teams shy about pushing the pace offensively, but also very smart about knowing when those opportunities are. Erickson in the right corner, little hesitation, but then he puts up the 3 and he knocks it down. Parker Erickson, those are his first points of the night. 23-21, 2-point game. Ponies advantage. Not quite a minute into the second half. Ponies led at the break, 23-18. In the left corner, Caden Pierce down to Winorovich on the left block. Too far away from his right hand on the entry pass. Goes out of bounds. And that's turnover number 5 on the Ponies. Back across into the front court is Josiah Sunby for Sacred Heart. Sunby dribbles to the right corner, goes to Bloom. Reversal to Arntzen, left wing. Arntzen led all scorers in the first half with 10, and now Sacred Heart turns it over. Turnover number 4. Mortimer out in transition. Mortimer with the right hand. He left that one short. Rebound comes down to Breck Bloom and Sacred Heart. Eagles push it back the other way with junior point guard Sunby. Bounce pass into the left corner to Parker Erickson. Has a 3-pointer to start this second half. Sunby has it on the left wing. Calls for a screen, or rather a switch on the far side with Bloom. Right wing 3. Erickson, too much. Rebound. Ernstson fought with Winorovich and Mortimer, and it's going to be a jump ball, and the basketball goes back to Warren-Alvarado-Oslo. So Pony basketball 16-31 here in the second half. 2-point game. Ponies lead 23-21. Winner to the section championship on Friday. Here's Sedlacek on the drive. Left hand out to Winorovich. Left corner, head fake. Sidestep his defender as he drives in. Extra pass to Caden Pierce, left wing. Goes back to the left corner with Sedlacek. Baseline drive, reverse layup with the right hand. Sedlacek, baseline, goes to the other side of the rim and makes it 25-21 in a 4-point Pony lead. Erickson to Arntzen, left elbow, faces up, goes at Winorovich. Out to Erickson. Erickson down to the baseline with Denny. Denny being hassled by a double team. Parker Erickson near the top, calls for a ball screen from Arntzen, gets it inside the three-point line to Denny. Down low, Arntzen from 5 feet away, back out to Erickson. Erickson trying to drive on this Pony defense, down to the baseline with Denny. Takes his time, puts up a shot, he gets blocked by Winorovich. Rebound back to Mortimer. Here come the Ponies, outlet pass, Pierce, lefty layup is good. Caden Pierce with 6 points, had 20 in the quarterfinal, and it's a 6-point Pony advantage, 27-21, approaching the 15-minute mark of the second half. Josiah Sunby to the right wing, inside to Arntzen, a head fake, floater, Winorovich, another block, Mortimer on the floor, winning play, everybody gets dirty on the hardwood, and the jump ball stays with Sacred Heart. Fighting for every loose ball with a section title berth on the line, the jump ball stays with Sacred Heart. They trail by 6, 27-21. 5-point game at the break, 23-18. Sacred Heart had that drought in the final 3 minutes or so of the first half. They were stuck on 13 points. Left elbow to Denny, activating the half-court offense. Right corner to Erickson. Fakes down low to Denny. On the right block, gets to the middle, step through. Winorovich, another block, but an offensive rebound and a foul on the floor. Offensive rebound went down to Greg Downs. And the foul is going to go on Jackson Winorovich, and believe it or not, that is the first team foul of the game on the Ponies. Inbounds to Denny, out to Erickson, right corner, step back, 3 on the way from the right wing. Off the mark, it was too strong. Sunby the rebound, and a foul called on the rebound. Foul's going to go on Tyson Mortimer, going for the board. His first, team second. Sunby in the right corner, hands off to Erickson, knocked down a 3 earlier. Missed the last couple, goes back to Sunby, right corner, puts up a 3 at short. Winorovich fights for the board, he gets tipped out to Braley Schroeder, his second rebound. Schroeder clears it on the far side, into the Ponies' offensive front court. Schroeder gets inside, 2 dribbles, hop step, nicely done. Braley Schroeder with a right-handed finish makes it 29-21. Warren-Alvarado-Oslo up by 8 on the defending section champion. Sunby inside a crowd. Out to Arntzen in the left corner. He gets downhill. Kick out to Erickson, right wing. Made a 3-pointer from there earlier. Skip pass, left corner. Sunby thought about the 3, jabs to the baseline, to Denny at the left elbow, down to the baseline. Downs, Winorovich recovers, off to Denny, nearly lost it. Kick out, left corner, Sunby, he wants one from distance. The triple is short and an air ball. Pierce, another rebound. Pierce, outlet, Sedlacek, transition 3, right corner, short. Rebound, tipped around, Ponies going for it. Sacred Heart is there, and it's Arntzen coming away with it. Here come the Eagles back the way with Sunby. 3-on-2 for the Ponies. Sunby to the left corner, Erickson to the left wing. And the offense resets for Sacred Heart, trailing by 8, and a turnover is tipped away from behind. Denny, the turnover, and the finish the other direction by Sedlacek. He's got 7. Destry Sturkle wants a timeout, and the largest deficit of the game. Warren-Alvarado-Oslo by 10, 31-21. We're back after this on KRJB, KKCQ, YourLiveEvent.com, and Garden Valley Channel 37.
Diamonds on Demers in Grand Forks, proud to be your local downtown jewelry destination. With access to beautiful gemstones, pearls, diamonds, and so much more, we are here to find the perfect piece for you that will become a cherished keepsake. We believe it's important that you love what you're buying, but also understand what you're buying. We're here to answer all your questions and provide you with excellent customer service. If you don't know jewelry, know the jeweler. Talk with Scott and Angela at Diamonds on Demers, located at 667 Demers Avenue in Grand Forks.
Coming out of the timeout, being brought to you by the Foston A&W and Freedom Fuel in Ada. Warren-Alvarado-Oslo, their largest lead of the game, and they have an 8-3 run to start this second half as they go up by double figures, 31-21. Lynn Forest Insurance Agency and Lakes Community Cooperative scoreboard. Sacred Heart trying to find an answer. Downs inside to Denny, left corner, Arntzen. Can they get that one that short? Sedlacek the rebound. Sacred Heart right now sort of living and dying by that three ball, and at the moment, the ladder. Warren-Alvarado-Oslo throws it away. Dribble drive by Sedlacek, got to the inside, kicked it out to the corner. Nobody was there but Coach Erickson on the sideline. It's turnover number 4 of the game, rather number 7 of the game for the Ponies. Sacred Heart has 4. Into the game for Warren-Alvarado-Oslo is Derek Morley, as is Adam McIntyre. Sacred Heart into their own offensive end. Sunby, left elbow, Denny to Downs on the inside, and a blocking foul is going to be called on Jackson Winorovich. This one's going to be on the floor. That's the second on Winorovich and the team's 3rd of the game. So the Ponies not having to worry about foul trouble at all in this contest. No fouls in the first half. 5 on Sacred Heart in that half. None on the Ponies, and no fouls in this second half by the Eagles. Sunby has it on the left side of the floor. Bounce pass back to the right with Erickson. Lobs it over the top, back to Sunby. Left elbow, Downs, faces up from 15. Off the back, pops high into the air. Schroeder comes away with the rebound, his 3rd of the game for Warren-Alvarado-Oslo. McIntyre to the left wing. Fakes to the baseline, spins back out. Morley faces up. Winorovich got lost behind Denny. Winorovich from Morley, 33-21. Ponies by 12. 12:15 to go in the ball game. Sunby has it on the left wing. A head fake goes over the top to Erickson. Arntzen at the top. Left wing back to Sunby. He'll reversal back to Arntzen around the perimeter. Trying to get on the inside of this defense from Warren-Alvarado-Oslo. Said it in the Lynn Forest Insurance halftime report. Can they penetrate? Arntzen does. Here's a floater from 6. Arntzen converts. And Ethan Arntzen leads all scorers tonight. He's got 12 with 11:45 to play. 10-point game. Warren-Alvarado-Oslo 33, Sacred Heart 23. McIntyre right corner off to Mortimer. Out past the right wing. Mortimer sizes up Arntzen, gets to the inside. Floater from a couple feet, and he rattles it in. Tyson Mortimer with 6 points after the 5-footed floater. Sunby back the other direction. Ponies by 12, 35-23. Sunby, Erickson left corner, fakes the shot inside to Denny. Denny a power dribble. Right-handed hook is good. Landon Denny over the top of the defense. Gets it back to 10, 35-25. Warren-Alvarado-Oslo back into their own offensive end. 11 minutes to play. Mortimer to Winorovich, back to Mortimer to the right wing. Tyson Mortimer gets it back to Morley at the right elbow. McIntyre to the top. Fakes to the handoff, picks up his dribble, gets it off to Braley Schroeder. He has it near the top of the key. Schroeder nearly walked with a baseline drive. Mortimer, another gap for Mortimer. Uses the speed with the baseline finish. 37-25. Ponies by 12. Sunby on the left wing. Bounce pass reversal to Arntzen at the top. Goes back to Sunby in the left corner. He tries to go baseline. Winorovich nearly pushes him out. Shaping up near the circle was Greg Downs. Nice baseline pass from Sunby. He's got eyes all over. Finding Downs. Back to a 10-point game. 37-27. And the Ponies want a timeout. Brought to you by the Foston A&W and Freedom Fuel in Ada. We're back after this. It's a full timeout on KKCQ, KRJB, YourLiveEvent.com, and Garden Valley Channel 37.
My name is Jared, born and raised in Minnesota, and I'm a project director at Enbridge. Enbridge is more than a pipeline company. It's a company participating in renewable energy projects in Minnesota and abroad, and I'm really proud to be working here.
We believe a cleaner energy future is achievable. For over 20 years, we've been early adopters of renewable energy, and we're proudly committed to net zero emissions by 2050. To hear more from Jared, visit enbridge.com/Jared. That's JERRID.
Farmers, are you shopping for a bank that has many flexible options tailored to fit your farm's unique financing needs? Franzen Bank is an approved Farmer Mac lender, meaning they can offer long-term, fixed-rate loans on equipment, land, operating lines of credit, and more. Being a Farmer Mac approved lender also means Franzen Bank can get you a decision quickly. Learn more at franzenbank.com/FarmerMac. Friends in Bank and Trust. Real people, real results. Member FDIC.
And we welcome our viewers back on yourliveevent.com with 10:26 to go in the ball game. Ponies lead by 10. You're tuned in on KRJB and KKCQ on your radio dial. Right elbow, Mortimer, kick out, Sedlacek, 2 dribbles down to Morley on the left baseline, and a jump ball. Landon Denny gets tied up with Morley, and it's going to stay with Warren-Alvarado-Oslo. Morley comes away with it with sort of holding his right shoulder. He stays in the game. McIntyre inbounds on the baseline, gets it out to Pierce. He wants a 3, short off the front. Denny will clear it, leaves it off to Sunby on the near side of the floor. Back the other direction, Sunby into the front court. Sunby in amongst the trees, gets blocked out of bounds, but a foul called. Morley came in for the block, landed on top of Josiah Sunby down to the baseline. 10:06 to go. Josiah Sunby to the line for a pair. Foul on Morley is first and the team's fourth. 2 free throws for Josiah Sunby. The junior has 4 points, make it 5. We said it in the halftime show. We'll see if Sacred Heart tries to get downhill and get to the rack a little bit more. Now trailing by 9, 37-28, and now by 8, 37-29. 10 minutes to go. Mortimer, right wing for the Ponies. Sedlacek to the inside with a left-handed dribble. Fakes it out to the baseline. Goes to McIntyre, left corner. Pitches it back to Caden Pierce at the top. To the right wing, Sedlacek inside. Fake baseline. Goes there. Morley is blocked. Morley gets blocked, and Arnson heads back the other way for Sacred Heart. Arnson into the front court, and he draws a reach-in foul on Tyson Mortimer. And that's going to be the second on Mortimer, and now the team's 5th. So after, no, that's not going to be on Mortimer, I beg your pardon. That's actually going to go on Caden Pierce, will be his first, but still the team's 5th. Winorovich and Braley Schroeder come back in for the Ponies. Ponies lead by 8, 37-29, 9:43 first half, rather second half. That's what's left to go in the ball game. Arnson was wide open underneath, and he's going to get fouled by Adam McIntyre. The whistle coming from the baseline official. And just like that, Sacred Heart getting some more looks around the rim, drawing some fouls, and now getting to the free throw line to try and chip away at this lead. At 1 point trailed by 12. And now it's down to a 7-point game. Arnson has 13 points and 7 rebounds for Sacred Heart. Eagles didn't shoot any free throws in the first half. They're 3 of 3 in the second. The Ponies no free throws in the second half. Arnson makes them both. Ethan Arnson, far and away the highest scorer tonight. He's got 14. Next guy by any team is Jackson Winorovich with 9. Pony basketball. Winorovich to the right block. Double team. Kick out. Tipped around into the corner. A bang-bang play. Where's it going to go? The far side official right in front of the Ponies bench. All over it. Says it goes back to Sacred Heart. It's turnover number 8 of the game for the Ponies. Tyson Mortimer comes back in for Warren-Alvarado-Oslo. Morley's going to come off 37-31. Ponies lead by 6, 9.5 to go. Winner to the section title game. Will it be the Ponies trying to get back there for the first time since 2006? Or will it be Sacred Heart to defend their title? Arnson on the inside, can't get that one to fall. He left it short. Winorovich with rebound number 6. Left corner, 3 on the way by Schroeder. It's short off the front. McIntyre the rebound, and he gets pushed out of bounds by Bloom. In the air, and the foul on Breck Bloom will be his first. Make it rather his third. But it's the team's first of the second half. Parker Erickson back into the game for Sacred Heart. Greg Downs comes off. Mortimer tries the inbound. It was tipped. Winorovich picks it up. Double team on the left block, out to Pierce, top of the key, 3 off the left side of the rim. Erickson comes down with a rebound. Erickson might have been hit on that rebound. Nonetheless, Sunby works it into the front court offensively. Left corner, Bloom, back to Sunby, left wing. Back near the top, bounce pass, left elbow, Arnson out to Sunby, extra pass, Bloom, left corner, 3, that's long over the top, missed everything. Mortimer with rebound number 7. 8:40 left to play in the game. Mortimer, right elbow, spinning inside. Tyson Mortimer, and 1! We've said it before, but Tyson, Mortimer, Jackson, Winoravich, and this Pony roster, they are so crafty on the inside with their footwork. Mortimer does it again. He has 10, and he goes to the line for one more. The first free throws of the second half for Warren-Alvarado-Oslo. He left it short. This one bobbled around. Arntzen comes away with the rebound. Arntzen has 14 points and 8 rebounds on the night. Sundby to Arntzen, right wing. Gets inside, 2 dribbles down to the baseline. Caught there, back out to Sundby, 8:20 to play. 39-31, Ponies by 8. Erickson to the left wing, back to Sundby at the top. Sundby calling for a ball screen from Arntzen on the right side of the defense. Skip out Erickson, he'll try one from the left wing. Connects! Erickson has 2 3-pointers and a 6-point game. 39-34, Lynn Forest Insurance Agency and Lakes Community Cooperative scoreboard. .808 to play in this second half. Warren-Alvarado-Oslo has led the majority of the game since it was tied up at 4 apiece. Mortimer to the inside, right corner 3. McIntyre the answer, goes off the heel. Tipped around on the inside. Wrestling for it is Mike Gap, his second rebound off the bench. Sundby back into the front court for Sacred Heart in a 5-point game. Closest they've been in a while and a near turnover. Sundby tried a behind the back pass to the free throw line. It went through the hands of, I believe, Gap. And then the Ponies couldn't save it on the baseline. Sacred Heart will inbound. Mike Gap on the left side of the lane, rather. That's Arntzen. Goes to Erickson at the top of the key. Parker Erickson pulls it out to the free throw line to Arntzen. Faces up on Winoravich. Back to Parker Erickson to the top. Left wing to Josiah Sundby. Sundby goes to the elbow. Erickson at the top of the key. Fakes it to the left. He wants one from straight away. That one's off the right side. Winoravich clears it. Jackson Winoravich with rebound number 7. 7:20 left to go. Caden Pierce into the front court. Stops at the right elbow. Leaves it off to Winoravich at the top. Reversal to Schroeder inside through a triple team. How did Braley Schroeder get that one to fall? 7 points for Schroeder as he hangs in the air, and the senior with 7 and 3. And it's back to a 7-point game, 41-34, with, you guessed it, 7 minutes to play. Sundby at the top of the key for Sacred Heart. Arntzen left wing. That one's from deep, and he was fouled. Ethan Arntzen was fouled on the left wing by McIntyre on the attempt. That's his second and the team's 7th of this half, and there's 6:57 to go. A couple of subs will come in here momentarily for the Ponies. Ethan Arntzen, who has 14 points in the game, is going to get 3 free throws. The first one short, but he's a shooter. He gets the roll. He's got 15. Sacred Heart now 5 of 5 in the second half. 2 more coming for Ethan Arntzen. Second free throw. Got it. 6 of 6. 16 points for Arntzen. Dustin Morley. And Nathan Sedlacek come back in for the Ponies. 41-36 your score. Greg Downs will check in now for Sacred Heart. Landon Denny will come off. 6:57 to go. And this free throw to cut it to a 4-point game. Arntzen does it. 7 of 7 in the second half. Arntzen has 17 points. Sacred Heart perfect from the Mustang Seeds free throw line for the game. They didn't shoot any in the first stanza. Ponies lead by 4, 41-37. Schroeder has it. Hand off on the right wing with Mortimer. Gets to the inside, stops from 10, bounces it to Schroeder in the left corner. Schroeder hangs out to the perimeter. McIntyre, a head fake, 2 dribbles, bounce pass down to the baseline, tipped out of bounds. Last touch by Parker Erickson. Basketball stays with Warren-Alvarado-Oslo. 6:36 left to go in this one. McIntyre, the baseline, out of bounds. Looks to the middle, goes out to Sedlacek at the right wing. Sedlacek spins, gets inside the painted area. Out to the right wing, McIntyre. 2 dribbles, now a third, inside. Nice take as McIntyre had some space, but he left it short off the front. Erickson with rebound number 5. 41-37, and now an opportunity for Sacred Heart. Sundby for a 1-point game, he got it! Josiah Sunby comes through with the big three-point connection. 9 points for Sunby, 41-40, 6:11 to go in this one, and a timeout called by Warren-Alvarado-Oslo. We're back after this on KKCQ, KRJB, YourLiveEvent.com, and Garden Valley, Channel 37.
Your grandmother's fine china, those trendy sneakers, your collection of hand-carved duck decoys. Auto Owners protects your home. Because, well, somebody should. That's simple human sense.
Ask Linforce Insurance Agency in your viewing area if Auto Owners makes sense for you.
Oh, now you do your job.
41-40, Ponies by 1. Josiah Sunby just made a big three. We Will Rock You by Queen, playing on the speakers inside Ralph Engelstedt Arena. Sacred Heart trying to embrace that and come back. They trailed by 12 points at one point. The Ponies started the second half on an 8-3 run to make it a 31-21 game. Sacred Heart has stormed back and said, not so fast. 1 point affair. Winorovich right elbow. He'll get on the inside after he fakes the handoff. Morley the offensive rebound, and he gets fouled. He got tied up with Mike Gapp on the inside. And Dustin Morley for the Ponies will head to the Mustang Seeds free throw line. These halves have really been opposite for both of these two teams as Morley connects on the first free throw. No free throws shot by the Sacred Heart Eagles in the first half. 7 of 7 in this second. And we said in the halftime, it seemed like Sacred Heart might have been settling for too many jump shots. They got to the inside a little bit more here in this half. Second free throw no good by Morley. Landon Denny controls it. To Erickson, back to Sunby. Erickson left corner, 2-point game, 42-40. Sunby, right corner, Arntzen, baseline drive with the right hand on that side. Hammer pass to the opposite corner. Winorovich tries to save it, and it was last touched by Jackson Winorovich, and he's trying to say Erickson got a piece of it. But it will stay with Sacred Heart. 5:45 to play, second half, 42-40, Ponies lead. In the left corner, Sunby dribbles it back out near the top of the key and a couple feet in front of the timeline. Sunby, left wing Erickson, back to Sunby, right corner Arntzen, reversal back to Sunby, fakes to the right side, wants to get it to the free throw line, not there. Arntzen, right wing, Sunby at the top of the key, thought about the three. He'll dribble it around down to the left corner, outside the perimeter. Sunby back to Erickson. Parker Erickson at the top. Near side with Arntzen. Patience, 2 dribbles inside, out to Erickson. 5:05 to go. He'll get a ball screen from Downs. Gets it to him at the right elbow. Faces up, not there. Back out, nearly turned over. Couldn't find anybody. Was tipped back into the lap of Erickson. Sunby, Erickson at the top. Back to Sunby on the right wing. This for the lead. Sunby does it! The three-pointer from Josiah Sunby's got 12. Sacred Heart by 1, 43-42, 4:45 to go in the West Subsection Championship. Caden Pierce inside to Winorovich. Back out to Pierce, left wing. 2 dribbles, Pierce, a step through, floater is short. Morley the offensive rebound and put back. Dustin Morley has been huge off the bench for the Ponies tonight. He's got 5 points. 44-43, Ponies by 1, 4:20 to go. Left elbow Downs, back out to Sunby, right corner to Arntzen, goes to the baseline with the right hand, kicked out. Sunby, he wants another. Does he have it? It was short off the front and out of bounds, last touched by Warren-Alvarado-Oslo. Sacred Heart, a second chance opportunity with 4:12 left to go in the game. Braylee Schroeder checks back in. For the Ponies, Sacred Heart inbound on the baseline goes to Sunby. Back to Parker Erickson. It was an elevator screen on the far side. Erickson from downtown. Parker Erickson, 3 3-pointers all in this second half. 2-point game, a whistle, and an offensive foul on Caden Pierce. Basketball back to the Eagles. What a swing, 46-44.
Sacred Heart by 2 with 3:59 to go. It's been a tough go for Sacred Heart on the offensive end in the first half. They trailed by as much as 12 in the second half, and now they lead by 2. Arnson to Erickson, left corner, baseline with the left hand, bounce pass to Denny, nearly turned over, everybody on the floor, whistle, jump ball, it stays with Sacred Heart. Eagles basketball 46-44, Sacred Heart by 2. Winner to the section championship against the Foston Greyhounds on Friday night. Erickson has 3 3-pointers in this half. Arnson in the middle of the lane. Back out to Parker Erickson, right wing. Arnson at the top, left wing to Sunby. Directly in front of the Eagles bench, Coach Destry Sturkle paces the sideline. Denny to the left baseline. Sunby at the top, extra pass, right corner, 3, Erickson! No, it was long. Greg Downs, though, the big rebound off the bench. Another chance for Sacred Heart. Bounce pass, Denny! Got it! The kick out to Sunby. He got inside. Defense came to him, and he bounced it down to Landon Denny. Sacred Heart leads by 4 now, and a foul on the entry pass on Landon Denny, looking for Jackson Winorovich on the right block. The foul on Denny will be his 3rd, and the team's 4th of the half. The Ponies now quiet on offense, near turnover, but it'll stay with the Ponies. Warren-Alvarado-Oslo has only scored 4 points in the last 2 minutes. Inbounds, 3-pointer, that's big! Inbounds to Schroeder from the right wing, gets it back to 1, 48-47. 1-point game, Sacred Heart, 2:45 to go. Left elbow to Downs, back out left corner, Erickson. Erickson to Josiah Sunby for Sacred Heart as in their own offensive end. Arnson in the right corner to Sunby, reversal left wing, Erickson, he squares up, he doesn't take it. Sacred Heart leads by 1, 48-47. Sunby out near the Ralph Engelstad Arena logo to Erickson as Sacred Heart sort of plays keep away here in the final 2.5 minutes. Sunby back to Erickson. Sunby near the top. 1-point lead for Sacred Heart. This defense now getting pushed out for Warren-Alvarado-Oslo. Trying to apply pressure on the Eagles with 2:05 left to go. Sacred Heart leading by just a single point. 48-47 to Erickson. Warren-Alvarado-Oslo, they keep playing this defense where they have to come back and help. This is a long possession. Sacred Heart playing keep away. Pony fans don't like it as the Boo Birds come out. Won't be able to do this in the upcoming years with a shot clock coming into play next season. Sunby pulls it back out with 1:40 left. Fakes the handoff. Sunby inside, across the lane to Denny. Got blocked from behind by Winorovich. He comes up with the rebound. The Ponies' all-time leading rebounder with a big play. Pierce to Mortimer at the top. Mortimer inside. A whistle. Shot bounces around the cylinder, and Tyson Mortimer to the Mustang Seeds free throw line for 2. Big free throws here for Tyson Mortimer. The foul on Sacred Heart is going to go on Denny. That's his 4th, team's 5th. Coach Erickson wants a timeout, brought to you by Boston A&W and Freedom Fuel in Ada. It's a full timeout. We'll take it with them. We're back in 60 seconds after this.
Gordon Construction of Mahnomen is a Native American-owned business proudly operating on the White Earth Indian Reservation since 1983. As a bonded general contractor, Gordon Construction provides years of experience in large, detailed, and within-budget projects. Gordon Construction is committed to the safety of its employees and the environment of its work sites. To learn more about Gordon Construction of Mahnomen, visit gcmahnomen.com or call 218-935-2191.
Get your trailer ready for summer this year at Grand Trailer Sales of East Grand Forks. The service department at Grand Trailer Sales guarantees that we always have the best parts for your trailer at rock bottom prices you won't find anywhere else. Grand Trailer Sales is an authorized Big Tex, Mission, Pace American, Bravo Trailers, and CM Truck Beds dealer. And with over 200 trailers in stock, Grand Trailer Sales of East Grand Forks has the largest selection around. Visit us today at 224 Gateway Drive Northwest in East Grand Forks.
Back on yourliveevent.com out of your Freedom Fuel and Ada and Foston A&W timeout. Big free throws for Tyson Mortimer. For Warren-Alvarado-Oslo, it's a 1-point game. He's going to get 2. 48-47. Tyson Mortimer. 2 dribbles, a breath. The free throw for the tie. He airballed it. Tyson Mortimer puts up an air ball. The steady senior who has 10 points and 7 rebounds tonight. Had 16 in the quarterfinal. In a big spot here. Second free throw for Mortimer. This for the tie. He got it. Collecting himself nicely is Tyson Mortimer. He's got 11. 48-48 with 1 minute and 20 seconds to go in this ball game. The West Subsection Championship. Sacred Heart basketball, 70 seconds. Right elbow to Downs. Sundby, left wing to Ernstson. Back to Sundby at the top. Josiah Sundby to Ernstson in the left wing. Destry Sturkle shouting out commands from his bench. 60 seconds to go. Winner to the section championship on Friday. Ernstson in the middle of the paint. Turns, kicks it out to Erickson. Left wing to Erickson. Back to Ernstson near the top. And Ethan Ernstson, who's got 17, goes back to Sundby. Skip back across Erickson, 40 seconds remaining. Sacred Heart did this on their previous possession. They got a decent look, but Winorovich a bigger defensive play. Now 30 seconds. Playing keep away. Ernstson at the top of the key. 25 seconds. Timeout, Sacred Heart. 48-48. 24 seconds remaining. We're back after this timeout. It's a full timeout. KKCQ, KRJB, yourliveevent.com, Garden Valley, Channel 37.
The Holly Nuggets Booster Club helps support Nugget athletics and various projects each year. Past projects include gym flooring, baseball, and softball scoreboards, donation to the dance and wrestling team, and the new high school weight room. If you are interested in the progress and development of the athletic programs at the Holly High School, please consider becoming a Booster Club member. Membership is available in monetary amounts of $25, $50, $100, and $250. Visit hollyboosters.com for more information.
We're knotted at 48. 24 seconds to go in the game. Will this be the final possession? It will be Sacred Heart basketball, sideline out of bounds. On the far side of the floor, that's the left sideline. Sacred Heart at 1 point trailed by 12 in this game. The winner will get the Foston Greyhounds, who against Fertile Beltrami shot 17 of 19 from the field in the first half, and the Greyhounds ran away with the East subsection title 76-54. If you're just tuning in, you've missed a lot throughout this game. Don't go away for these final 24 seconds. Erickson will inbound on the left sideline. Far side from where we see it from the Laura Tweeten Thrivent Financial radio booth. 20 seconds to go. Will Sacred Heart defend their section title, or will it be Warren-Alvarado-Oslo to the section title game for the first time since 2006? 10 seconds to go. Right elbow to Downs. Kick out left corner, Erickson to Sundby at the top. 5 seconds. Sundby spins. Back to Erickson. This for the win. Short off the front. And there's going to be a game winner. A putback game winner. It went off the front of the rim into the lap of Landon Denny. And Landon Denny puts it in for the win. Right place, right time. Landon Denny comes through in the final seconds. It looked like we were going to have free basketball. The game winner by Landon Denny. A near air ball from Josiah Sundby. It nicks off the front of the rim. Landon Denny, Johnny on the spot on the left side of the lane, picks it up, puts it off glass, and Sacred Heart, a chance to defend their section title, will come on Friday night against the top seed from the East subsection, the Foston Greyhounds. Final score on the Linfors Insurance Agency and Lakes Community Cooperative scoreboard, Sacred Heart by 2, 50-48. Your post-game report coming your way next on 106.5 FM KRJB, 96.7 FM KKCQ, yourliveevent.com, and Garden Valley channel number 37.
Hi, I'm Jake Berkmeyer, and I'm inviting you on a holiday vacations tour. Join me August 3rd through the 12th in Glacier, Yellowstone, and the Grand Tetons National Parks. Enjoy the ultimate Northern Rockies touring experience with highlights such as the Lewis and Clark Trail, spectacular wildlife, and a covered wagon cookout. Visit holidayvacations.com, keyword RJ for more information and to watch a travel show, or call 888-557-1020 for a free brochure. Visit holidayvacations.com, keyword RJ for more information.
Hi, welcome to Hometown Realty. How can we help you?
Bienvenido a Hometown Realty. ¿En qué le podemos ayudar?
Whether you're looking to buy or sell property, Hometown Realty can help. They have 2 office locations, one in Warren and the other one in Thief River Falls. They have all the equipment to do a virtual walkthrough if you aren't quite ready or able to be in person. And they have a drone for beautiful aerial pictures as well as 4 knowledgeable agents ready to assist you. So if you're looking to buy or sell, call Hometown Realty today.
Every business has its special needs and its own unique set of challenges. That's why we treat your business just like ours, to make sure you are covered right. Hello, this is Shane with Irie Insurance, and our agents have seen it all, and one slip-up can take a small business years to recover from. That's why it's so important for a small business to work with an insurance company that can save them money but also make sure they are protected. If you own a small business, we would like to work for you. Go to IrieInsurance.com to find a local agent near you.
Welcome to Lakes Community Co-op. A new name, familiar faces, continued services, and customer service from your co-op in your community. Lakes Community Co-op. As we move forward, you can depend on us for fuel, propane, animal feed, meat locker plant, milk purchasing and hauling, pet food, hardware, convenience stores, tires, vehicle service, natural gas, and more of our services we provide from Lakes Community Co-op.
Your grandmother's fine china, those trendy sneakers, your collection of hand-carved duck decoys. Auto Owners protects your home. Because, well, somebody should. That's simple human sense.
Ask Linforce Insurance Agency in your viewing area if auto owners make sense for you.
Oh, now you do your job.
Little Learners Early Childhood Center recognizes that the most important years in a child's development are from birth to age 5. In fact, by the time children reach age 5, 90% of their brain is already developed. With that in mind, we want to acknowledge the importance of quality care and education. Little Learners is proud to be a part of your child's growth and development during this critical time. Thank you for trusting us with your most important little people. For more information on Little Learners, contact Karen at 218-784-5761 or follow our Facebook page.
I'm Dr. Travis Hannell, and I would like to welcome you to Lone Oak Family Dentistry, located in Warren, Minnesota. From our friendly team member greeting you in our reception area upon arrival, to our trained assistant and hygienist providing care in the operatories, we offer our patients the latest technology in a welcoming, professional environment. We at Lone Oak Family Dentistry are deeply rooted in our commitment to your healthy smile.
Visit our website at loneoakdentistry.com.
I've got a math question for you. When you add tolerance, subtract prejudice, and multiply efforts to treat one another with respect, what do you get? Less division. And school sports have it down to a science. Looking for an example of what can happen when we realize there's more that unites us than divides us? Look no further than high school sports in Minnesota.
This message presented by the Minnesota State High School League and the Minnesota Interscholastic Activities Administrators Association.
Thursday Night Thunder returns to Norman County Raceway in 2023. The season opens June 1st, featuring weekly racing of IMCA sprints, stock cars, sport mods, hobby stocks, Midwest mods, and legends. Plus, don't miss events like the Moonshine Mod Tour, Standard Stock Car Challenge, NLRA Late Model Special, the Rebel Tour, bus racing, and more. Family friendly and affordable. Your home for Thursday Night Thunder is Norman County Raceway in Ada, Minnesota.
As we welcome you in on yourliveevent.com, Garden Valley channel number 37. What an outstanding game we had here. 50-48 the final score. Sacred Heart, the game winner as time expires. They win by 2. Let's do your Benedictine Care Community in Ada game summary. Benedictine Care Community in Mission Court in Ada, a trusted name in senior living. Well, it was a slow start for both teams. At the 12:21 mark, we were tied up at just 4 apiece. And then by the 5:45 mark of the first half, Warren-Alvarado-Oslo would take the lead at 14-13, and they would not relinquish that lead until the 3:59 mark of the second half. The Ponies led by as much as 12 in the second stanza. They started the second half on an 8-3 run, went up 46-44 with 3:59 remaining. That was Sacred Heart's first lead of the game since the first couple of points scored. The game was tied at 48 apiece with just 1:20 remaining. The final couple possessions, Sacred Heart was playing keep away from Warren-Alvarado-Oslo. And then the Eagles were able to hold it for a little bit longer, and they took the final shot of the game. They held it from outside the minute mark of the second half, got it all the way down to the 24-second mark before Coach Destry Sturkle took a timeout. And it was Josiah Sunby putting up a 3 from the left wing for the win, and it looked like he was going to airball, but it nicked off the front of the rim. Landon Denny, Johnny on the spot, standing on the left side of the rim, right underneath the hoop, gets the rebound, falls into his lap, the putback, and that gave Sacred Heart the buzzer beater victory. Final score, Lynn Forrest Insurance Agency and Lakes Community Cooperative scoreboard, Sacred Heart 50, Warren-Alvarado-Oslo 48, and that takes us right into our Performance Egg of Borup High Performance Play of the Game, and that was the buzzer beater putback from Landon Denny as time expires. Right underneath the hoop, gets the rebound, puts it in, 50-48. Landon Denny is the hero as Sacred Heart wins by 2, and a chance for the Eagles to defend their section title on Friday night against the top seed from the East, the Foston Greyhounds. So just like last year, it'll be the 1 seed versus the 1 seed from either subsection. Cass Lake and Sacred Heart last season, Foston and Sacred Heart this season. As that was your Benedictine Care Community in Ada game summary and your Performance Egg of Borup High Performance Play of the Game. We continue on with your Home Crown Realty post-game report when we return on KKCQ, KRJB, yourliveevent.com, and Garden Valley Channel 37.
Solutions, Hitterdall, Minnesota. Make the right choice with Right Choice Electric of Grand Forks. Serving the Grand Forks area and northwestern Minnesota, Right Choice Electric of Grand Forks specializing in residential, commercial, and industrial, along with agricultural and emergency electric services, and is a thermal imaging specialist. Make the right choice with Right Choice Electric of Grand Forks, 701-775-7114, or visit rightchoiceelectric.com. That's rightchoiceelectric.com.
from shoulder to hand, hips to toes, and everything in between. The Riverview Health Orthopedic Team has you covered. With advanced training and joint replacements, upper and lower extremity, spine, foot, and ankle care, you know you'll be in good hands with Drs. Spinell, Schall, Sekundiak, Stanky, Kim, and Abassi. For appointments, call Riverview Clinic at 218-281-9595.
Riverview Health, exceptional people, exceptional care. Riverview Health.
Winter is a planning season for farmers, a time when your mind is on your fields. But the shorter days doesn't mean there's less work to be done. At Sis van der Haaf, we know that lower temps won't cool your passion for production. We're continually striving to develop sugar beet varieties that thrive despite the pressures from disease and the challenges of nature. Because sharing the pride of success starts with sharing the passion to achieve it. Sis van der Haaf, a passion that grows.
Farming today doesn't always feel the same way it used to. Then again, some of it feels all the same. Maybe it isn't so much the jobs that changed, but how they get done. Now that's a different story. Everything got bigger and smaller at the same time. Insurance, accounting, and taxes can get complicated, so you need someone who's looking to keep every dollar possible in your pocket. Ag Country.
48. Welcome back on yourliveevent.com as we're inside your Home Crown Realty post-game report. Home Crown Realty, Eric Smart and Brandon Dahl, licensed in Minnesota and North Dakota. Buying and selling real estate. Visit homecrownrealty.com. 50-48, your final score. Sacred Heart, the winners on the Landon Denny putback buzzer beater as time expires to advance to the Section 8A Boys Basketball Championship game. They'll get the Foston Greyhounds on Friday night. Greyhounds defeating Fertile Beltrami earlier, 76-54. Let's go through your Halstead Telephone Company post-game connection. I'm going to give our Halstead Telephone Company post-game connection to Parker Erickson for his performance in the second half. Really his shot connecting from three-point land. He had 3 3-pointers in the second half. Those were his only points for the game. He had 9 total points. That's going to be your Halstead Telephone Company post-game connection. Halstead Telephone Company is keeping you connected, serving the communities and schools to include Halstead, Fisher, Climax, Shelley, East Grand Forks, Hillsboro, and surrounding rural areas. Halstead Telephone Company is how to connect. 50-48, the final score. Sacred Heart wins by 2. As you're tuned in to the Home Crown Realty post-game report here on yourliveevent.com, KRJB, and on KKCQ. Thank Patty, our engineer from Garden Valley Channel 37, for all the work he's done on this evening of basketball from Ralph Engelstead Arena here in Thief River Falls. We continue with your sub of the game, brought to you by Subway in Ada and JT's Station in Fertile. I'm going to give the sub of the game tonight to Dustin Morley of Warren-Alvarado-Oslo. I thought he came up with some big plays on the night. 3 points, or rather 5 points and 3 rebounds for Dustin Morley. He's going to be the sub of the game. Nice work off the bench by the junior. Where's number 24? He had 5 points, 3 rebounds. Dustin Morley, the super sub of the game, brought to you by Subway in Ada and JT's Station in Fertile. Locally owned and operated J.T. Station in Fertile, where fuel meets flavor and community meets convenience. Fueling the hearts of Fertile, one tank at a time. Subway in Ada, dine in, take out. Subway Ada wishes to say thank you to all those who have stopped in and continue to be regular customers at Subway of Ada. Super sub of the game, Dustin Morley of Warren-Alvarado-Oslo. Sub of the game brought to you by Subway in Ada and JT Station in Fertile. We'll take another timeout, come back with more coverage of the Home Crown Realty post-game report. Sacred Heart wins, wild one, 50-48 on yourliveevent.com, 106.5 FM KRJB and 96.7 FM KKCQ.
Treat yourself to a great career at American Crystal Sugar Company. Team up with quality people making quality products. Full-time and year-round in a stable business. With great pay and benefits including time off available from day one. American Crystal Sugar Company invests in you to promote your continued growth and career advancement. Grow your career doing your best work within the world's best beet sugar company. Apply online today at AmericanCrystalCareers.com.
Thunder Seed has over 4 generations of experience in the field. Through innovation, technology, and hard work, we put farmers first by providing high-quality products. We pride ourselves on developing quality soybean, corn, wheat, and corn silage seed for dealers and growers across our region. We are invested in being your partner throughout the full cycle of your harvest. Thunder Seed, first in the field, family-owned, and farmers first.
As you view your lawn and yard, Todd's Landscaping takes your ideas to bring out the beauty of your home. Pavers, walkways, brick, rock, landscaping, lighting, flowers, patios, decks, yard water fountains, and irrigation. The ideas are your ideas. Call Todd's Landscaping to discuss your options and let them bring landscaping beauty to your home. Todd's Landscaping, 218-945-6000.
Welcome back on YourLiveEvent.com. Inside the Home Crown Realty post-game report, Sacred Heart wins 50-48. Your final score on the Lynn Forest Insurance Agency and Lakes Community Cooperative scoreboard. Sacred Heart Eagles coming out of the locker room as they'll make their way on up to the concourse and be greeted by a host of Eagle fans. And congratulate them on the victory as they head off to the section championship game for the second consecutive year in a row, defeating Warren-Alvarado-Oslo by 2, 50-48. Home Crown Realty post-game report here on your live event, KRJB and KKCQ. We continue with your stars of the game, brought to you by Darren Ramey Insurance Brokers of America and American Federal Bank in Ada. We're going to have 3 stars of the game, 1 for Sacred Heart, 2 for Warren-Alvarado-Oslo. Starting with Josiah Sunby of Sacred Heart. Had some big baskets in the second half. 7 total points in the second half, and 12 points overall for the game. Josiah Sunby will be our first star of the game. Stars of the game, again, presented to you by Darren Ramey Insurance Brokers of America, American Federal Bank in Ada, and the Foston Chiropractic Clinic. Your other 2 stars for Warren-Alvarado-Oslo, Tyson Mortimer had 11 points and 7 rebounds on the night, and Braley Schroeder had 10 points and 3 rebounds. The Ponies coming off a game against the Northern Freeze in the quarterfinal round where they had 3 guys notch double figures, but just 2 guys tonight were in double figures, and those were your other 2 stars of the game, Tyson Mortimer and Braley Schroeder. Mortimer with 11, Schroeder with 10. And outstanding senior seasons for those guys, as those are your stars of the game, presented by the Foston Chiropractic Clinic, Darren Ramey Insurance Brokers of America, and American Federal Bank in Ada. RDK Enterprises sponsoring the Precision Player of the Game tonight. Precision Player of the Game tonight at 3 3-pointers, all of them coming in the second half. Big shots throughout the second half as Sacred Heart trailed by 12 points at one point. Parker Erickson had 3 3-pointers, giving him 9 points for the evening. Put up a lot of threes tonight. Not sure on the overall total, but he stuck with it. Nailed 3 of them, and they were huge in the second half. They trailed by 12 at one point, like we said, and a part of that comeback for for Sacred Heart. Your Precision Player of the Game brought to you by RDK Enterprises. Parker Erickson, he had 9 points and also 5 rebounds. Parker Erickson, you are the RDK Enterprises Precision Player of the Game. RDK Enterprises, your precision planting dealer. Guess what? Spring is coming. Are you ready? Is your maintenance plan in place? Do you have parts on hand, and are any upgrade options decided on and or purchased? RDK Enterprises can help. Spring will be here before you know it, believe it or not, and RDK Enterprises will help you meet the challenge. Contact RDK Enterprises at planterdoc.com. That's planterdoc.com. Precision Player of the Game brought to you by RDK Enterprises. Parker Erickson for the Sacred Heart Eagles tonight had 9 points and 5 rebounds. We'll take another timeout, come back with your Enbridge Energy Player of the Game, some final stats, and a preview of the section title game that will feature Sacred Heart and the Foston Greyhounds on Friday night. More coverage of the Home Crown Realty post-game report when we return on KKCQ, KRJB, and on YourLiveEvent.com.
Let's get real. Get ready for a place that's big enough to grow and small enough to care. The University of Minnesota-Crookston offers more than 35 majors, minors, and certificates. Earn a University of Minnesota degree. where you can make a difference in a close-knit community. Faculty become friends and friends feel like family. You don't need a big city, just big dreams. The University of Minnesota Crookston. Real, hands-on, and will get you ready for anything.
When you have a project that requires rock, gravel, crushed asphalt, or crushed concrete, or you need some trenching work done, call Visser Trenching of Ada. They'll move the dirt, they'll haul the rock, they'll take care of you. They do a great job. Call Visser Trenching Ada, 784-4381. Good luck, teams, from everyone at Visser Trenching.
Join the text club at West Main Pizza and save. Text PIZZA to 833-207-2175. Visit West Main Pizza in Ada for more than just pizza. The large menu of pasta, wings, salad, soups, calzones, and paninis to complement your taste and selection with your favorite West Main pizzas. Dine in or take out. Call 218-784-3700. It's worth the drive and the visit. Open daily at West Main Pizza on East Main Street in Ada.
New arrival, 2 new Model 2023 Gleaner Combines at Ziegler Ag Equipment, Highway 9 North Ada. It's cleaner with Gleaner. Visit with Chuck O'Neill for more details. Ziegler Ag Equipment coming soon. Additional trade-ins and more new equipment arriving at Ziegler Ag Equipment, Highway 9 North Ada. Massey Ferguson 4710 tractor is on the lot. Fendt Model 516 tractor on the lot. Ziegler Ag Equipment, Highway 9 North Ada, 218-784-2961.
This is Carly Olson at American Federal Bank in Ada. You can save time on your banking needs with American Federal's mobile deposit. Use your mobile device to deposit checks whenever and wherever it's convenient for you. It's available to online banking customers within the American Federal mobile banking app. Go to your app store today to download the American Federal mobile banking app. To learn more about American Federal's mobile deposit, stop in and visit us at American Federal Bank in Ada, member FDIC.
And also on yourliveevent.com, Home Crown Realty, Eric Smart and Brandon Dahl, licensed in Minnesota and North Dakota. Buying and selling real estate, visit homecrownrealty.com. As we give away our final post-game award tonight, the Enbridge Energy Player of the Game. 17 points and 8 rebounds for Ethan Ernstson of the Sacred Heart Eagles. He's going to earn the Enbridge Energy Player of the Game. An outstanding night for him. 10 points in the first half, 7 in the second half. Steady all the way through. 17 points, 8 rebounds. Ethan Ernstson, you are the Enbridge Energy Player of the Game. Hey, tomorrow is happening right now. Now more than ever, the world needs safe, secure, sustainable, and affordable sources of energy. Visit tomorrowison.com. Enbridge, life takes energy. Enbridge Energy Player of the Game, Ethan Ernstson for Sacred Heart, 17 points and 8 rebounds as that rounds out the post-game awards here inside the Home Crown Realty post-game report. Final post-game segment will be the Christian Motors statistics as we take a look at the victors with their scoring and rebounding totals. Sacred Heart winning 50-48 over Warren-Alvarado-Oslo. Mike Gapp had 2 rebounds, a star of the game. Josiah Sunby had 12 points. Parker Erickson, the Precision Player of the Game, had 9 points and 5 rebounds. Ethan Ernstson, the Enbridge Energy Player of the Game, had 17 points and 8 rebounds. Landon Denny, who earned the Performance Ag Play of the Game, the game-winning putback as time expires, had 8 points and 6 rebounds. Greg Downs had 4 points and 4 rebounds. That rounds out the scoring and rebounding totals for Sacred Heart. On the other side, for the Warren-Alvarado-Oslo Ponies, Tyson Mortimer, a star of the game, had 11 points and 7 rebounds. Nathan Sedlacek had 7 points and 3 rebounds. Braley Schroeder had 10 points and 3 boards. Adam McIntyre had a rebound. Jackson Winorovich with 9 points and 8 rebounds. Caden Pierce had 6 points and 5 rebounds. And your super sub of the game was Dustin Morley of the Ponies, had 5 points and 3 rebounds. From the Mustang Seeds free throw line in the game, Sacred Heart, they didn't shoot any free throws in the first half. Had 7 in the second half, and they made all of them. They were 100%. 7 of 7 from the Mustang Seeds free throw line for Sacred Heart. For Warren-Alvarado-Oslo, 2 of 3 in the first half, and 2 of 5 for 40% in the second half. 4 of 8, 50% for the game. from the Mustang Seeds free throw line for Warren-Alvarado-Oslo. 50-48, your final score. Sacred Heart wins. Those are your final stats. Brought to you by Christian Motors. Stop by Christian Motors for the absolute best selection in used cars, or visit them online at christiancarsonline.com. Christian Motors, with locations in Minnesota, including Fertile and Crookston, and locations in North Dakota, including Findlay, Cooperstown, Jamestown, and their used superstore in Mayville. Visit them online at christiancarsonline.com. Well, the section championship game is now set in Section 8A boys basketball. The Foston Greyhounds dominating Fertile Beltrami earlier in the East subsection championship, 76-54. The Greyhounds in that game shot 7 of 19 from the field in the first half alone. 17 of 19 from the first half. Mac Robinson, all-around team player here, correcting me. I guess I said 7 of 19. They went 17 of 19 from the first half. From the field in the first half, I should say. Ooh, still trying to recover after this one. Foston went 17 of 19 from the field in the first half, as that was leading them to victory tonight, 76-54 over Fertile Beltrami. Sacred Heart over Warren-Alvarado-Oslo, 50-48. So it's Foston and Sacred Heart, the Greyhounds, against the Eagles on Friday night for the Section 8A boys basketball title. We'll have it here again on KKCQ, KRJB, yourliveevent.com, and also on Garden Valley, channel number 37. Well, we bring in our executive producer now, Mac Robinson, like we said, overall team player, running the ads on Your Live Event, cameraman also, taking care of my volumes. He slapped me on the back a couple of times because I had to cough. But, Mac, let's preview this section championship game. We watched the Foston and Fertile Beltrami game earlier. Foston shot the lights out of the basketball. Sacred Heart, you can't, don't have to dive too deep into it. They're the defending section champions for a reason, and they're back there once again after their unreal finish tonight, 50-48. But we start with Foston. 17 of 19 in the first half tonight against the Falcons. They keep that up on Friday night. I don't know if Sacred Heart can, win against that. You can't beat a team shooting that well.
Yeah, nobody can compete at that point. I mean, again, you mentioned 17 of 19 from the field there in the first half. I mean, that's tough for any team to deal with. Mm-hmm. And especially with the way that they not only were able to shoot, but also play defensively, create some of those turnovers for Fertile Beltrami. And, on top of that, too, even the game before against Ada Bora Blessed, again, creating a lot of those turnovers, leading into transition buckets, and really frustrating other teams as well when it comes to that. And that's where I think you saw a little bit of that here tonight when it came to Warren-Alvarado-Oslo dealing with that with Sacred Heart a little bit in the second half. Mm-hmm. In the first half, you saw a lot of that success by creating those turnovers, obviously forcing some misses there from Sacred Heart, and that's what led to some of those transition buckets. And then in the second half, they were able to, when it comes to Sacred Heart, again, credit where it's due, they were able to, to really attack inside, especially, and they were able to break through that zone. But the fact that they were able to come back from that. But the thing is that, again, Foston, if they're shooting as well as they have been, because that was the difference there in the second half for Warren-Alvarado-Oslo, is that they weren't able to get a lot of those shots that were falling in the first half. Mm-hmm. Those weren't falling in the second. And so for Foston now, we talked about it as well off the air, you have Bushy that shot so well in that first game against Ada Bora Blessed. You're not sure game to game when it comes to who's going to be that player to score, especially, head coach Ben Hemberger talks about it just about every game where, they have 3 or 4 guys that average between 12 to 14 points. So you never know who's going to be that guy. But for them tonight, it was a balanced effort. So in a game especially, going up against these guys, I think that it's going to be interesting to see who steps up, especially going up against a team like Sacred Heart that plays so well and is so disciplined. I think it's going to be interesting to see how these two teams match up, especially.
So with the Foston Greyhounds winning tonight, 76-54, they get to the section championship, and our very own Tom Lano talked with Coach Ben Hemberger in our post-game coaches interviews after that game, and we will air that interview now. So here's that conversation with Tom Lano and Ben Hemberger, post-game coaches comments here on KKCQ, KRJB, and yourliveevent.com.
Greyhound coach Ben Hemberger joining us, and I was just telling Ben if you could put a first half of a basketball game into a bottle and keep it for later, first half of tonight's game would be the one.
That was pretty impressive. I'm not going to lie. I thought our kids played very, very well. That's probably our best stretch of basketball season long, that first half. And, the second half, I thought we played okay, too. Maybe give a few too many offensive boards, more than we would like, and maybe lost Swenby on a couple switches there out on the perimeter. But, all in all, I'm very, very happy with the effort tonight, obviously. It's a very good basketball team that we just beat, and, proud of our kids, proud of the effort.
Darren Sculla, he's had a lot of big games, but this was a big one tonight.
Yeah, I told him he might have to play hurt all the time because he was a hurting unit yesterday, and I went to bed thinking that we would not have him today, and he woke up this morning, came in to shoot around this morning, and said it felt a lot better, and he was going to give it a whirl, and thank God he did, because it was quite the whirl he gave it, and he played extremely well tonight. Very proud of him.
Yeah, and then Carson goes down with the injury tonight, and I saw some playing time. But you didn't have him at full strength tonight. But boy, the guys who had to step in, and we've talked about that crew coming off the bench, did it again tonight, because that was pretty early that he went down.
It was probably within the first couple minutes, I think. And a kid that scores 29 the other night, then you lose him, and you're thinking, oh boy, here we go. And and Zach stepped up and had a phenomenal game. I thought Hudson came in and hit huge shots that first half, and did a lot of real nice things and filling in for his brother, and Thatcher in that first half, and Tony came in about midway through that second half and got a bunch of big buckets for us, and so it's kind of the neat thing about these guys. And you look at our scoring averages, we have nobody more than 13.5, but in our first 5, and our bottom starters averaging 9.8. And so basically, I have 10 kids averaging double figures, and it seems like it's somebody different every single night that's stepping up. A couple games ago it was Zach Tice in the second half. Monday night it was Carson. Tonight it was Darren and Zach, and a very unselfish group, and it's a fun group to coach for sure.
I think this is where you're seeing having all these seniors really is playing a big role in this postseason run, because of their experience. Not only that, but the cohesiveness of the team. And I think this is where you're seeing that senior leadership step up.
I think so. I think it's a pretty focused group, and I don't think we got to say too much to them right now to get these guys ready to play. They're taking care of it right now, and hopefully they got one more in them.
Fertile Beltrami, hats off to them. They had a great season. Of course, they had that dramatic win the other day, and hard to top that, but he just got off to a great start tonight, and I think that was a big key, too, to kind of set the tone.
It was. I think, first of all, yeah, you're right. Fertile, it's a phenomenal program and phenomenal coach and athletics and everything over there, and just a lot of respect for what they do and what Neil does with his program, and they're going to be a force for years to come. They got a lot of things coming down the pipeline here, and so it was fun to get 2 Pine Prairie teams playing in this game, and unfortunately for them, I think they caught us on about as good as we can play in that first half, and so it was fortunate for us, but like you said, that's a team that's going to be around for a long time. They're not going anywhere.
Okay, so now when we're doing this interview, the other game hasn't started yet, but you go from having to beat Ada Borup West 3 times and Fertile Beltrami 3 times to possibly playing Sacred Heart, a team you didn't play this year, and Warren-Alvarado-Oslo, who beat you late in the season.
Yeah, Warren got us by 3 up at their place. A game I think we had like a 10-point lead at half, and kind of stunk it up in the second half, and they snuck one out late on us, and whichever team it's going to be, it's going to be a challenge. Both teams are very good. They're both very well coached. They both shoot the ball extremely well, and they both propose challenges that sometimes can give us fits with their length and their size, and which we don't have a whole lot of. But so whoever we see on Friday night, it's going to be a challenge. But I'm pretty sure our guys will be ready to roll.
Yeah, well, you've met the Ponies in this section final. That was quite a few years ago, but that was one of them.
Quite a few years ago, and a lot of hair ago, too.
A lot of hair and a lot of other stuff. All right. Hey, congratulations. You guys played a great ball game tonight, and good luck on Friday. We'll talk to you then.
Sounds good. Thank you, Tom.
And that was the head coach of the Fosston Greyhounds, Ben Hemberger, talking to Tom Lano in the postgame after that Fosston and Fertile Beltrami game. Fosston defeating the Falcons 54, the final score as the Greyhounds advance to the section championship game to take on the Sacred Heart Eagles. Eagles won 50-48 over the Ponies. So we talk about winning and getting to the championship games, but also on the other side, the agony of defeat. Fertile Beltrami comes out on that end against Fosston, 76-54. Mac, what do you make of that game and how that went? I think it was surprising to a lot of people.
Yeah, I know you and I had talked about it, leading into that game, just because of the way that game was played against Cass Lake, especially, and the way that team is really able to get out and run. But I think that the problem that they ran into, especially, and you could see it on the players' faces there as the game kind of went on, is that basically, they played hard defense. They played just about as good defense as you can ask. But it really, when the opponent is still shooting 17 of 19, it's not. There's nothing really you can do. So when you see somebody like Caden Swenby, who throughout this entire season has really been the engine that keeps that offense going, that's a situation where it's just backbreaking. Where no matter what you're doing on the defensive end and what you're trying to do when it comes to rebounds, Fosston able to get a couple offensive boards, kick the ball around, and again, credit to head coach Ben Hemberger when it comes to the rest of that team and the fact that they have such good ball movement. But the fact that they struggled when it came to again giving up some of those open shots every now and then after the ball movement, and especially when it came to the Greyhounds really controlling the ball and controlling the possessions, that's just where it's just backbreaking overall when it comes to the way that the game played out for Fertile Beltrami, and for the way that they played this season, especially in a team that is so run and gun up and down the court. For them to have to deal with a game that's slow, grinded out type of a game, that's one that is like you said, it's heartbreaking.
17 of 19 in the first half was Fosston. I know that's a high number, but sheepishly, I did the math on a calculator on my phone. That was 89%. That's what Fosston shot in the first half. So like we said, there's going to be the winner. That's the Fosston Greyhounds. The loser from that game was Fertile Beltrami and Coach Neil Steffes. And again, Tom Lano, conversation with Coach Steffes, Fertile Beltrami.
Hey, Neil, thanks for joining us. First of all, congratulations on a great season. You've got a lot to look forward to, just the one senior on the team this year. But like you said, hey, the Greyhounds shot the lights out in the first half.
Yeah, they played really well. You got to give them a lot of credit. They missed shots, and, some of that was our, not being out there. They had some open looks, but even with the open looks, you still got to make them. And, some of these guys probably played about as good as they could. And, that's what you want to have your kids do at this time of year. And, unfortunately, we couldn't match their intensity in the first half, and it kind of got away from us.
Yeah, somebody said, I think they were 17 of 19 in the first half, 2 missed shots in the first half, and that's hard for any team to overcome.
Yeah, and especially when I think we shot 7 of 20 in the first half, and so, I mean, you dig yourself a hole, and it gets hard to, especially against them without a shot clock, they just pass the ball around and grind it out 2 minutes at a time, and, if you get down, it's going to be hard to come back against them.
Okay, one senior on the team, Ryan Vandenheide, and he certainly made the most of his opportunity to get you to this game tonight.
Yeah, he really had a great season for us. I told him after the game he needs to be really proud of the season that he had. He was a great leader for us, and I think he did a good job working with the younger kids, and I think they looked up to him a little bit, and he's going to be hard to replace, but every year we lose seniors, and last year we lost 6 of them, we replaced them, and we got back to where we were. And so I told the kids overall we had a good year, but I think that next year we can be even better.
Well, that's the thing when there's one senior. I don't want to say there's added pressure because you're the only senior, but that's a lot of responsibility, a lot of leadership with those younger kids.
Yeah, and like I said, he did a really good job. He was positive about everything and just worked hard in practice, and I think he set a really good example for these younger kids. And like I told the juniors this year, hopefully they learn some things from him, and next year they'll be as good a leaders as he was this year for us.
Okay, Neil, thanks for your time and all the conversations. You had a great year, and things are looking really good for the future. So thanks for your time, and enjoy the off season.
Yeah, all right, thanks a lot, and we appreciate all you guys do for us too. So keep broadcasting, and it helps people who can't get here, and so you guys do a great job for us too as well. So thanks for that as well.
And that was Tom Lano with Coach Neil Steffes of the Fertile Beltrami Falcons, and we thank Neil for the kind words at the end of that interview as well. It's been a pleasure broadcasting them throughout this year and all of our area teams, and it has been an exciting section tournament for both the girls and boys. It was Fosston beating Fertile Beltrami 76-54 today, and Sacred Heart over Warren-Alvarado-Oslo 50-48. So Fosston versus Sacred Heart. Mac, give it to me in 10 words or less. We always say what are the keys of the game. 10 words or less for Sacred Heart. Go.
Okay. Oh, great. So that's my first one. All right, now we're counting. Ball movement, hard defense, pace, and open shots. That's going to be the key for Sacred Heart, especially. Good ball movement. That's what they've shown all year, especially. Good defense. They are very disciplined. They're a very disciplined bunch, especially, but good ball movement, good passing, finding that open shot, and being able to lock down on defense. At that point, you're able to play very well against Fosston.
I like that. That was 6 words for Sacred Heart, 5 words or less for Fosston. What do you got?
5 less. Okay. All right. Even better. So I'm going to say for Fosston, it's going to be, once again, pace, playing to your pace.
Well, that's interesting you mentioned pace for both teams because it's so different. We saw Sacred Heart toss it around the last couple of minutes and play keep away, but Fosston will do that all game if they want.
Well, in order to get back into it, they had to pick up the pace at that point. So when they were able to run and gun a little bit, that's when you saw them playing at their best. Meanwhile, for Fosston, they like to slow things down. They like to have a grinded out type of game here, especially. So for them, trying to play to your pace at that point, and I guess to even add in, basically, play your game. Because, again, on defensive side, they play very hard. They play in your face when it comes to that zone defense, especially. So for them, it's basically play your game and play your pace at that point there, too.
Well, there you have it. Mac Robinson, triple threat, executive producer on YourLiveEvent.com, color commentator, analyst, and cameraman. I think that's
there
4.
we go.
Thank you to our sponsors you heard throughout our broadcast here tonight on KKCQ and on KRJB. Our broadcasts throughout the year, we do a lot of games, folks, and they're not possible without the help from our sponsors. So thank you to those sponsors. You should thank those sponsors as well. Patronize them when you get the chance, or at the very least, tell those sponsors thank you, the advertisers you've heard and seen on YourLiveEvent.com here throughout our broadcast. Also, we thank you, the listener, for tuning in tonight on KKCQ and on KRJB. And we also like to thank our viewers on Your Live Event and on Garden Valley channel number 37, wherever you were on your Wednesday evening here. As we say goodbye to everybody here from Ralph Engelstead Arena, lights are starting to shut off. But wherever you were here on this Wednesday night, we sincerely hope you enjoyed tonight's broadcast. Final score from the West Subsection Championship for the final time on the Linfors Insurance Agency and Lakes Community Cooperative scoreboard. Sacred Heart wins by 2, and they advance to the section championship against the Fosston Greyhounds on Friday back here at Thief River Falls. Final was 50-48. Speaking now for Mac Robinson, the executive producer, cameraman, color commentator, and the man that helped me get through my cough attack midway through the first half. We thank you. I'm Dawson Peterson, signing off and saying so long right here on KKCQ, KRJB, and YourLiveEvent.com.